All right, shalom everybody. Don't want to keep you longer waiting. As you see in the title, it is about a Muslim, and this Muslim praying for Allah in the front of a Trump. You know those liberals. This is why Trump, he should not attend this church. This is not a church. This is a church of Satan. They brought Sikh, they brought Muslim, they brought, I don't know. I mean, this is like shish kebab, hummus. And then this guy, he don't speak Arabic. He is calling for Allah. But if you speak Arabic, you will die laughing at what he is saying. He don't even know how to call the prayer, the Muslim prayer. So I don't know who is the donkey even who invited him. But I will let you hear a little of this drama. And obviously Trump, he have no idea. You know, this is why Trump, he did not invite any of those people to his ceremony. Those are before he go, he did not prepare anything there. This is a church in charge, supposedly. But this is, remember, this is a liberal, satanic church. Not a single person in this church is a Christian. There's no Christian will invite somebody he believe in different God to pray in the church in the name of that God. This is totally forbidden in Christianity. This is totally against God, and this is totally a falsehood of any false satanic person. So if you see anyone, any so-called church, and they are inviting such, not only Muslim, Sikh, it doesn't matter who they are, anyone who invite someone calling other name, other God beside our God in the church, he is not a Christian, he is a satanic person. He is trying to corrupt the Christians. So this guy, who obviously do not speak Arabic, they have no idea what he's saying. Listen carefully. There's two of them actually, this one and the other one. And maybe they are from the nation of Islam, which believe that Muhammad is a black man and the white man is the devil. But all of us, we know that Muhammad was very white, and even his anus was white, according to Muhammadan. It was very white. I mean, even his mother, vagina, when she gave birth to him, the light came like nuclear. This is how white her vagina is.
We seek refuge with Allah from Satan rejected. In the name of Allah.
Satan rejected? In Islam, Satan was rejected? Isn't it in Islam and the Quran is said that Satan is a Muslim? And this is even in the Quran. Satan is rejected in Islam? Are you sure?
The most gracious, the most merciful.
Allah is the most merciful. Absolutely. Absolutely. The most merciful, he said to you, go and have mercy and have sex with the children. Because he is most merciful. And the most merciful says to you, attack the Romans so you can get the blondie girls. And the most merciful says to you, beat your wife if you feel she is not too much obedience. And the most merciful, he taught Muhammad to cut a woman to pieces between two camels. And she is so old, almost 90 years old, because he's so merciful. This is the merciful God. If this is the merciful God, so what is the evil God is for them?
He is the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days.
Exactly, in 6 days. Yeah, this is why in the Quran, once it says 8 and once it says 6. And in the Hadith, Muhammad, he make it 7. Allah don't remember how many days it took him to create. Good one.
And he established himself on the throne.
How he established himself? What do you mean? Where in the Quran it says he established himself? Is that from the Quran? Establish himself? Or it says he jumped on the throne? Establish himself.
He knows whatever goes into the earth.
He knows it. Are you sure? Is that why Allah, he think there is 7 earths and 7 heaven? By the way, as long as Allah, he knew what goes into the earth, how come he think that the stars he used them to shoot the anus of Shaitan when he tried to spy at him. And those stars, they fall in the earth. So the meteor for Allah are the stars. Yeah, this is what Allah, He swear by the stars, which is failing in the chapter of the star.
And whatever comes out of it.
Don't talk about whatever comes out with it. Just please. I mean, don't mention it. Isn't it the Quran says that Satan and Genie, they spy at Allah and they get information? And they tell it to the fortune teller? Hello? Fortune teller? What Satan told you today? Okay, Satan is coming now, he went up to heaven and he will be back in 2 hours. So I will update you about the most spying information we have. and Trump is listening to this crap.
And whatever descends from the sky and whatever ascends into it.
Exactly, and this is why Allah in the Quran says, if the genie and the human being, they try to leave the zone of the earth, they cannot. But already Elon Musk leaving long time ago, the Soviet Union, the Russian, the American, even Chinese. What do you mean? Isn't it Allah, He says, if anyone try to leave the zone of the earth, Allah will shoot him in his anus? Like, what the heck? Let me show you, maybe because you might say I'm making things up, Abdul, huh? I forgot you do not know Arabic. The Sheikh who do not know Arabic. Good one. All right. Read with me and laugh. In chapter 55, verse number 33, Allah challenging all human, including genie. Genie in the ball. You know the genie in the ball? You never saw a genie in the ball. You never, right? I know, it's okay. I know. It's not easy to see a genie in the ball. Where is the genie in the ball? Let me see if I can have. I think I have a genie in the ball here somewhere. Is there a genie in the ball? No, this is not this one. Hold on. Where is the genie in the ball? Oh, this is Mohammed staying in underwear. Where is the genie in the ball? I don't know. I have. This is Gog and Magog. This is not the one we want. And this is his cousin Gog. And this is Gog is drinking Coca-Cola. All of this from the Quran. This is, oh, no, not this one. Oh, those are not the one. Oh boy, not this one too. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Where is the genie? Hey, don't tell me I did delete it. He may be this one. Oh, finally, genie in the ball. Is that the one you are talking about? This genie, Allah challenged him to leave the zone of the earth, including the human being. Is that your Quran? Without Allah authority. And then you ask the Muslim, what does it mean? It says only Prophet of Allah, they can go, like Prophet Muhammad. Seriously, only Prophet Muhammad, he can leave the zone of the earth, flying in the top of a donkey. And the donkey, he was so angry, he didn't want Muhammad to jump on him. And then he apologized to Muhammad and he said to him, sorry. They brought this guy to speak in the front of a Trump. I'm sure if a Trump he knew. Not only that, by the way, if you watch the whole thing, it's a comedy. They brought a woman, a woman, she is a priest, all right, that's weird. And she was schooling Trump about immigration and diversity. And I will not be surprised if she is lesbian. You know? Like Muhammad. Well, not Muhammad, like Aisha. Anyway, what is next? Tell us about Allah.
And He is with you wherever you are.
Are you sure? I am doing shit now. Oh no, he don't enter the bathroom. Allah don't enter the bathroom. No way. Look, what the heck? Allah is with you wherever you are. Where did you get it from? A second ago he said he is the top of the throne. A second after he said he is with you wherever you are. Trump, he commented in that. What he said? Tell me what he said about that. He was polite. He says it's nice. Tell us more about your God.
For Allah is all-seeing of what you do.
How come Allah could not find out who stole the underwear which Muhammad was accused that he stole, as long he can see everything? Huh? All of us, we knew the story of the underwear which Muhammad was accused by Muslims that he stole it, which is the booty. Until now, Allah could not tell us where is the panty. So Allah, he knows everything. He can see everything, right? Must be true story. I mean, we have to admit this is true story. It's obvious. It's very obvious. All right, continue.
And to Allah all matters are returned.
Really? I just did it before I go live.
He merges the night into the day, and the day.
Yeah, don't. Why don't explain how we do it? According to the stupid Quran, Allah, he consider the night as an object, the day as an object, the moon as an object, and the sun as an object. And he explained the day and the night that they are exchanging position and they are floating. Let me show you. I wish he explained to them. I mean, we would die laughing. All right. Abdul. So read with me. And Abdul, you don't believe, you don't have to listen to me. You can go and read the interpretation and you will die laughing. So according to the stupid Quran, it is he who has created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon, and each in orbit they are floating. Oh boy. So the day is a floating, and the night is a floating too. So the sun and the moon do what? They are floating too. So the stupid Quran do not know how the day and the night move. Remember, we know that the Quran says that the sun, you know, set in a murky water. Abdul asking, like, did you read the Talmud? My friend, the Talmud, we shit on it. Who care about the Talmud? It's the same as your stupid Quran. Do you think we don't talk about Talmud? But, you know, they are not in my menu. It's you Muslims who believe in Allah, the most merciful. What the Jews? The Jews are converted to Christianity anyway. Don't worry about it. But you're upset when we talk about the Talmud. Okay, how Muslims? How come the Talmud you are talking about, how come Muhammad never mentioned it? Huh? He never mentioned it. What if I told you he mentioned it, and he was quoting stories from it, and your prophet was stealing stories from the Talmud because he is a dude of stupidity? Anyway, listen carefully. When he spoke about the sun and the moon and how they move, we know the story in the Quran how Zulqarnain, he found the sun sitting in the murky water. Hey Abdul, is that from the Talmud? What do you think? Because we can find the same story about the talking ant in the Jewish legends. Isn't it, you Muslims, anything we show you, it is funny and stupid? You say this is Israeliyat, which means from the Israeli. Also, your prophet, dude, Muhammad, he was stealing from the Israelis funny stories. Stupid Muhammad. So here, this is Zulqarnain, a guy with a two horn. Now, why he was called the guy with the two horn? You know, because he have two horn. What's wrong with you? Prophet Muhammad know all the information. Look, the Muslim even they didn't translate. They wrote down Dhul Qurnayn, which is stupid to say. Is that a name, you idiot? Why you don't translate? Is that a name? No. It is the one with the two horns. Let me introduce to you a true story by Prophet Muhammad. This is my cousin Zulkarnain. Look, he have two horns. Huh? Do you see it? And the Abdul in the front of a Trump. Allah is all knowing, is all seeing, is everywhere. The dude with the two horns, and this is Islam, and this is from Allah, and this is a story reported by Allah. He's all knowledgeable. He knew about what Al-Qarnayn did. He found where the sun set. Where is the sunset? Do you know? We know for sure. You know. Let me show you where the sunset. Where is the sunset? Here we go. Oh no, this is Muhammad when he was young. Hold on. Where is the sunset? Here we go. This is the sunset. Look, no, this is his cousin. Where is the image about the sunset? I lost it. Just to show you where the sun. I think this one here. Here we go. This is the murky water where the sun set. And Allah is all knowing, is all seeing. Yeah, and the guy was talking to me, and the other day he says to me in Kazakhstan, brother, listen, Allah is all knowing. So you know those liberals are the most sick, disgusting people ever. Never go to a church. It is led by Democrat, because this is not a church of God, this is a church of Satan. This is not a church of God. And Trump should not go there. Who can force him to go there? Don't go. Go to a church of your choice, church of God, not a church of those devilish people. Why everybody have to go to this false church? I hope in the future any conservative Christian who will be a president, he will not go to this filthy church. This is not a church. This is the church of Satan. And then another Abdul, he start reciting Al-Quran, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And you guys, if you speak Arabic, you will die laughing. He is saying it wrong.
Into the night, he knows best what is hidden in the heart. Believe in Allah and His Messenger. And donate from what He has entrusted with you.
He's asking for donation? Good one, good one.
So those of you who believe and donate will have a mighty reward.
And now other Abdul, he will say Allahu Akbar. And those who speak Arabic, try not to laugh. He don't know what he is saying. The only sentence he is repeating is Allahu Akbar. And look, he have to pray before his step. This is the only correct thing in Arabic he said. The rest is shish kebab. This is why he keep repeating it. This is the only one that's correct. He have no teeth. He looked like this, what they call it, this one. He's going to die on the stage. And Trump, he was saying to himself, those are the terrorists we have to fight in the Middle East, huh? Yeah. And those dummies, supposedly they are called themselves a Christian, they are sitting in the back, they have no idea what's going on here. What is this? And then they brought someone, he is a Sikh. It's not over yet, you know. They are bringing you people from everywhere. What is this? Who is this guy?
Almighty God, we commend to your gracious care and keeping all the men and women of our armed forces at home.
Yeah. Home forces, yeah. Look, this is a guy, this is a Sikh, I think, or maybe Hindu, I'm not sure. What is this? Let the Sikh pray in his Sikh temple, and the Muslim he pray in his mosque. The guy is coming to a church. What is this? Hypocrite, filthy liberals. And I am glad that Trump, he refused to bring any of those to his ceremony. Those are enforced on him. He have no control of what is going to happen in this building. What a bunch of potatoes. I'm going to Discord. Maybe we can get some Abdul, even though I'm not planning to stay for long. But as long we went live. What do you think, guys? Should I go to Discord? Yeah, I mean, those, they have gays and lesbian and what church? Those are not churches. Those are just, you know, from the shelf of Satan. All right, I will open Discord. But I forgot to say inshallah, so it says updating. Mistake. I made a mistake. You know? My dad, when he had sex with my mom, he forgot to say inshallah. And here we go. He got me. Too late. You don't say inshallah before intercourse. Okay. You got what you deserve. You have to say inshallah. Remember the story of Solomon. He had sex with 99 women, and some story says 100, according to Mohammed. But he forgot to say inshallah. And then, after having sex with all those women, hold on, I will call my Discord the following. Why for Muslim is so important to say inshallah? You remember when I talked to what his name? Mimi Hijab, I said, why you don't say inshallah? Many people do not know what does that mean. Because according to Islam, if you don't say inshallah, it doesn't go to work. All right, we are inshallah chat room. All right, am I your guys in Discord? Because sometimes I join, you know, it doesn't work. The microphone doesn't work right away. You have to go in and out. You hear me, guys? All right, invite your friends. Let us see if there's any Muslim will volunteer to us. Why it's so important to say inshallah, which means Allah is willing. Just to let you know, what does that mean? Do we have any Muslim? Just to show you Muslims how much Trump he care for your Allah. Did you see yesterday how many Jews he put for you in the stage? those who have hostages, the family of hostages. You saw it, right? So obviously Trump is going to make shish kebab of all the Muslim terrorists around the world. In fact, Trump, he is saying he wants to relocate the people of Gaza to Indonesia. As I heard, I don't know. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? No screen yet, no screen. Yeah, this stream is in YouTube and Rumble too. We are rumbling everywhere. Any Muslim? Any Abdul? Why it's so important for Muslims to say Inshallah? And what will happen if you don't say Inshallah? Any Muhammadan? Let me show you the consequence of not saying Inshallah. Let me share the screen with you guys in Discord. You deserve it, you know. All right, you see my screen now? Do you guys see my screen in Discord? All right, very good, very good. Let me show you the consequence of not saying Inshallah, especially when you have sex. Prophet Solomon, because he's a Middle Eastern like me, he can have sex with 100 women in less than 6 hours. I mean, we can do that easy. Middle Eastern, we are Middle Eastern. Even though, according to the internet, that #1 people in the world who buy Viagra are Middle Eastern. And #1 people in the world who suffer from sexual disability is Saudi Arabia and Egypt. All right, listen carefully. So, Prophet Solomon, peace be upon him, he said, today I'm going to excuse my language. This is what it says. This is what it says. Don't say I'm rude. I'm not being rude or Rudy Giuliani. He said, today I will have sexual intercourse. I will 100 women, Prophet Muhammad, who said, or 99. He is not sure. Look, Muhammad is so good in details. Like, he is so decent, man. This guy, he don't give numbers if he is not sure. Like, you see, he wasn't sure. Like, he heard the story from Suleiman. He was there. But he is not sure the number is 100 or 99. Hello? Yeah, who's calling? Get a breath. First of all, you are making fun of Prophet Suleiman. I didn't name it in the Bible. Like, Abdul, what's wrong with it? This is not a Suleiman in the Bible. Suleiman in the Bible don't F women like this. What is this? What's wrong with you? Suleiman, he F 100 women in one night. Like what? He's a donkey? Get a breath. Respect yourself. First of all, Prophet Suleiman, because he's the prophet, his penis is different. If he's a prophet, his penis is different. What about his balls? Exactly. His balls and all the tools he have are different. Oh. By the way, how come Suleiman can F 100? And according to you Muslims, Prophet, he was the most weak person between all mankind. And then he invoked Allah and he get a dish of shish kebab. And then after he ate it, he can do only 40. How come? This guy don't eat shish kebab. Right away he is born with it? Exactly. Does that mean that Allah favor him more than Prophet Muhammad? Because look, like in Islam, if Allah favor you more, he will show the favor in a penis power. And your prophet could not even have a baby. That's not even one. And look here it says. So Allah Messenger, by the way, this is a true story. For those who they are laughing, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay? Respect yourself. I see some in the chat are laughing. Unrespectful people. This is a story, true story, and you can ask Joe, bite me. Hey, Joe. Joe. Joe, come on. You are not in the White House no more. I mean, come on, the vacation is over. Wake up. Who am I? You are Kamala. Kamala, okay. I'm black or white. You are Indian. Okay. So, but you are, you know, from Asia. Okay. That means you are Asian. Okay. Whatever you say, you say, okay. You either say no, say yes, say something. What, do you agree? Okay. We have a problem here. This guy, he if 100 women and he forgot to say inshallah. Do you think this is the reason you and Kamala lost? I think so. And this Abdul here, you know, he is telling us Allah is all knowing, Allah is all seeing. So listen, what happened? Allah is all knowing and He's all seeing and He's everywhere, but not in the bathroom, not in on. Come on, you know. Here, if Allah is everywhere, why He come down every third part of the night, according to your prophet? You stupid idiot! Isn't it the Quran says? Your prophet says Allah come down every third part of the night to the lowest heaven. But you Muslim, you lie. Anyway, you are a Muslim. What I can say. So what happened? That Allah, who is everywhere, He was watching. He liked to watch porn. You know. He noticed Sulaiman is unzipping. The second he saw that Sulaiman is unzipping, he said, "Oh, I have to watch this." Okay. This is my favorite prophet right now on time. He is going to have boom boom. I'm going to watch that. And then Sulaiman unzip and he started doing boom boom, but he forgot to say inshallah. And what Allah did to him? After ifing 100 women, Allah gave him birth to a half man. What do you mean half man? A half man. Like what? Like this. He wore pink all the time. So the guy, he if 100 women, and because he forgot to say inshallah, Allah gave him a half man. Are you sure? Muslims, this must be a true story. And your God, obviously, He don't say lies. You know, this is true. This is so true. Hey, Muslims. My dad is not a Muslim. And if you kill him, he will never say inshallah. I'm okay. I mean, I have 10 fingers. I have 2 balls. You know, sadly, I'm not like my dad. He have 3. Okay. None of the Christians say inshallah. They have kids. And their kids look very, very good. Like, did you see you see the kids of Trump? Do you think Trump, he say inshallah each time he have sex with his wife? No way. I mean, his son is more than 2 meters. What the heck? So listen carefully. And you know, when he say, just to show you how evil Muhammad is, do you know what it means by half man? Anyone knows what half man mean? Anyone knows what half man mean? What he meant by saying half man? A boy? No. No, a disabled person, look how evil this religion is. So a disabled he gave birth to a disabled child. So Allah is making Solomon having a disabled child just because he forgot to say inshallah. And remember, why Suleiman, he want to F those women, not for sex. No, he want to do it for the sake of Allah. So he mentioned Allah already, still Allah don't accept. He forgot to say inshallah. He said, I am going tonight. I will have sexual intercourse with 100 women, which each whom will give birth to a night. This guy, he is sure that he's shooting. Each time he shoot, he will shoot a boy. A boy. No girls. 100 women, 100 boy. Is that correct, engineer? Come to the stage, engineer. Let us laugh. Every shoot he shoot, it's guaranteed a boy. And what he would do with them, they will join Hamas. Come to the stage, engineer. Come to the stage. You put your hand up. I invited you. You did not come. Why? You are putting your hand up just fake, huh? What? The only thing I believe Muslims when they do is when they open their legs, not when they put their hand up. Muta, come to the stage. Don't be a coward. Who in the world wanna believe in such a garbage story? Huh? The guy wanna F 100 women. Okay, hold on. He said tonight, guys. How many hours the night is? Somebody help me. I'm not familiar with the hours in America. I'm Middle Eastern, and our night is different from your night. How many hours is the night in America? In America, night is 12 hours. What the heck? Why so long? You live in Alaska? 8 hours. Oh boy. This guy, his night is night. I think he sleep. Maybe he sleep at 6 o'clock. Maybe. All right. So he have 100 women divided to 8 hours. Solomon, he have only 12 minutes, 0.5 to finish. Almost the same time for me. I finish in 12 minutes and 55 seconds. We must be cousins. So the guy, he effed. I mean, come on. This is if he did not change. He did not take a break. He's just boom, boom. And they are lined up like their legs is open. Any Muslim believe that there's a guy he can F 100 women in one night? Any Muslim? Don't you think that this guy, he's suffering from disability maybe? Why only 100? How come my grandfather, he used to have sex with 10,000 women a day? This is disgrace for us Middle Eastern. 100 women only in 8 hours. The whole 8 hours he could not do except only 100 women. Aren't you ashamed of yourself, Solomon? What your mama will say about you. What the neighbors will say about us. What Netanyahu will say to the crowd outside now. What Jack Shalom will say. What Rabbi Tushinushi will say. Suleiman, he was able only to F 100 women in 8 hours. Why? He was infected by corona at that time. How we can explain his weakness? If there is any excuse for Solomon to do such a short period of sex and a short number, Do you think, guys, this is because of a global warming at that time? I'm suspecting this is about a global warming. Unbelievable. And imagine the guy wanna F 100 women so they can join Hamas. And then, big mistake. Before he hold his penis, he did not say inshallah. I don't know what to say. Very disappointing. Put yourself in his pant. And you have 100 women and their legs is open wide. And you want to make babies, so all of them, they will be boys. This guy, he shoot, he guarantee, he know how to make boys. Not like Muhammad. Muhammad, he could not make boys, neither girls. Even Fatima is not his daughter. Is the daughter of Khadija. She was the youngest between the girls when he married her mom, which is in the age of his mother. She called him daddy. We didn't know what he did to her in private. Do we have any Muslim? This is Allah, the all-knowing, all-seeing. He come to us with such a story. Is that because he was watching this story? Any Muhammadan? Who is a Muslim? I'm a Muslim. Are you a Muslim? I'm a Muslim. Hey, come on, engineer. Come on the stage. Come on. I invited you 3 times already, and you are not coming. Don't worry. Whatever happened in Discord will stay in Discord. Nobody will know about it. Okay, just no, even your mom, she will not know about it. Don't worry. Not even your wife. Why don't come to the stage, Potato? Who is a Muslim would like to join us in the stage? My wife does not get internet access. If your neighbor he get access to your wife, you will get internet for sure. Don't worry about it. Guys, he said, my wife doesn't get internet access. Who need your wife access? You need the neighbor access. As long as your neighbor have access to your wife doing breastfeeding for adult, as your prophet said, you can hook up the antenna to her nipples. I mean, your prophet is so open-minded, man. Like the guy who called me, what's his name? The liberal guy, the atheist. What's his name? The guy with the color, he color his hair. The one who support, yeah, Destiny. What his real name, this guy, Destiny? I don't know what his real name. Yeah, I wiped the floor with him. I heard that somebody, according to what they said, I don't know, I'm not saying it's true, but they said that there's a tape leak of him, like, I don't know, like they say there is he allow his wife to sleep with his friend. That's nice. He must be a Muslim. Prophet Muhammad, he command Muslim men to command their wives to give their boobs. What a friendly prophet. Any Muhammadan? His wife left him? I wonder why. I did not say hook up the cable in his nipple. Well, you are fabricating the Quran now. Guys, did I say such a thing? I did not say that. I said to her nipples. What's wrong with you? I just said the verse of Allah. He inspired me a second ago, and now you are adding a word of your own. We Muslims, we preserve the Quran in our heart. I said hook up the antenna to her nipples, not to her liar. See, right away they try to manipulate the inspiration given to me by Allah. I'm prophet of Allah. CP, do you have any witnesses of any? What witnesses? Me, Allah, Jibreel, 3. That's more than enough. Zainab, she said to Muhammad, Muhammad, he took Zainab to his house, the wife of his son. He said, you are my wife now, take off your clothes. He said, where is your witnesses? Because according to Muslim, they have to have witnesses for the marriage. He said, my witness is Allah and Jibreel. I like that. You know, is it easy? So any woman you sleep with her, he said to her, you are my wife now. But when we get married, what is the witnesses? The Sheikh, Allah and Jibreel are witness. Are watching now. Open your legs. Just come on, come on. Oh, Muhammad, you are a true prophet of Allah. I have to witness Shahada for you now. You are the only one who have no witness for anything you did in your life, and the Muslim, they say we bear witness. Hey Muslim, did you see Muhammad going to the sky? No. How you bear witness to that story? I bear witness and I bear orange. You know, you don't bear orange. This is Indonesia. They say orang. Okay? Any Abdul? Who is a Muslim from the orang country? I'm going to Indonesia soon, by the way. Do we have any Indonesian Muslim sheikh? Was Muhammad circumcised? No, he never. He don't have a penis. I'm serious. You know, based on what I know about Muhammad, obviously he is not sexually normal. That's why he, you know, there is some human being, they have a defect by birth, and they have a hole like a vagina, and then they are not able to piss from their penis. And I believe Muhammad, he have that issue. That's why Muhammad, since he was a kid, he pee like a woman. If you go in the hadith, you will see even the Arab, they witness that. Why this guy, why he is peeing like women? You know, they could not understand. All right. Aisha, she said, anyone he says to you that the Prophet used to piss water standing, don't believe him. He never, ever did piss except sitting. Do you see it? Do you see it? Any Muslim can explain to us what's going on? Never, ever? True story. Prophet Muhammad, he have a defect. That's why, you know, there is not even a single woman of his wives, they have babies from her. He cannot. Doesn't matter if you say inshallah or etc. He still doesn't function. You know, and the Arab, you know, they were making even fun of him, saying, look, he pissed like women, you know, he pissed like women. They said that to him. Like, you know, and one of the things about the Prophet, by the way, I like about him, he urinate in the street. You know what I mean? Like translation here is not accurate. He went to the wall, he went to the wall in the street and he urinated there. Look at this. And there is a story about women drinking his urine. And Muhammad, he told her, you will not go to hell no more. And one of the cleaning, you know, one of the amazing things about the mosque of Muhammad is so clean. To the point, men, they used to go inside the mosque during the prayer of Muhammad. They unzip, they grab their penis and they piss in the middle of the mosque, and they never ever poured water over it to clean it. So you can imagine how the smell of the mosque of Muhammad used to be. Any Abdul? Beautiful mosque of Allah. Why this Abdul did not grab his penis and piss? Ah, he's in the church now. He cannot do it. He can do it only in the. This is a church of Satan anyway. Don't disturb him, Muhammad told them. The guy is pissing. Don't. Let the guy piss. What's wrong with you? Hey, Prophet, this is the house of Allah. How you allowed the guy to piss like this in the mosque, the house of disrespect to Allah? Guys, do you remember what Jesus did? Just because people, they were buying and selling in the outskirt of the temple, not in the temple. You see, a temple have many yards. The one outside, the last one, people, they have a bazaar. People sell food, sell chicken, sell whatever they sell. What Jesus did? He was so angry, and he told them, you made the house of my father a bazaar? Is that correct? Is it what happened? And he flipped the tables on them? Which means he's so angry. Muhammad, people, they go and they piss in the middle of the mosque. And Muhammad don't care. Why? Because he don't believe in his God. He's just a demonic person. He's using the word Allah, which is an ancient pagan God, just to make those people being subdued to him. If he is a person believing his God, he should have a jealousy. At least, okay, people, they pissed. Don't you clean after it? So how you put your head in the floor? The guy, he just pissed there. So I go inside the mosque, I piss, and then the Abdul after me, he go, put his head down on the floor. Allahu Akbar. Smell. Sound like CP was here, huh? Smell like his urine, because they are used to it. Are used to. Honestly, in the Middle East, I never enter the mosque except to piss. Like in the Middle East, there's no public bathroom in the if you go out to the street. The only place. The first time I learned about that, I was with a Muslim kid, in my age, from school. He needed to go to the to the triad. He said, "Come with me." I said, "Where?" He said, "In the mosque." I said, "I'm going to the mosque. I'm a Christian." He said, "We're not going to pray. We're going to piss." So I went with him, and then since after that, each time I want to piss, I learned the way. I donate my piss for the mosque of Allah. Yeah. Any Muhammadan? So the guy, he effed 100 women and he could not make anyone pregnant because he forgot to say inshallah, except one. She gave a baby with disability. Why Allah he gave the baby with disability? What I mean, what is the guilt of the baby now? And guys, if you go in the bathroom in the mosque, oh my, that's disgusting. You have to close your nose. It's horrible. Very horrible. Hey, Didi, as long you're an atheist, why you don't come to the stage and tell me about yourself? You always come here and you say things, but you never come to us with something serious. Do you like to come to the stage? I like to talk to atheists. If you come to the stage, you atheist, I will give you a banana. You want to come? Huh? Atheist, you have an image of a girl, but you are a guy. Why? Huh? What's wrong with you? Are you afraid? Because you're atheist? Yeah, I know. Once I was debating an atheist, and he want to prove to me that we are born like originally we are monkeys. He asked me one question. He defeated me. He said, "Do you like banana?" I said, "Yes." He said, "See." Since then, I don't debate atheists. Oh, I lost right away in 2 seconds. I mean, the guy did not even start. How you explain that you like banana? Monkeys like bananas. Human like bananas. It's obviously that we have the same roots. Okay. Just a question, atheist. I mean, this is too much for me. It's above my grade. But donkeys don't drink alcohol. You drink alcohol. Maybe the donkey is more wise than you? I'm not sure. Do monkeys like alcohol? What I know that Gog and Magog, they drink Coca-Cola. The cousin of Gog, he drink alcohol. Right? This is his cousin. Where is the other alcohol, the other guy? This is a genie. Where is the Gog and Magog? I have to rename those pictures, you know. Oh no, this is Aisha eating a cucumber, so her mom, she can send her to Prophet Muhammad. Oh no, this is not the one. This is the goat eating the Quran. By the way, the Muslims, they say that the Quran is preserved, yet in their books it says that the goat ate half of it. Even David would eat the Quran. And the guy, this guy, what his name? Apostate prophet? I mean, you Muslims, everybody is eating the Quran. The goat ate the Quran during the time of Muhammad. She flipped the Muhammad, he was in the top, in the bed. The Quran is underneath of him. She flipped him, boom, he fell down. The goat, she opened the Quran, she started flipping the Quran with her mouth, and she ate the chapter of a breastfeeding for adult 10 times. I mean, this goat, by the way, is very selective. This is her cousin, she is blonde. Maybe she was sent by the Christians, because the other goat, she was not blonde. I don't know. Do you think you are like coming together, or like this is goat after goat eating the Quran? I don't know. I don't know. I can go only by the reference. Any Abdul? Huh? Abdul, if you don't come, I will change the color of your God and make him look like a Krishna. This is a Krishna sleeping with his mother. What a good guy. I mean, the guy is not, you know, he have a lot of time. Did he say inshallah, this Krishna, before he did if his mother? And by the way, like here, the AI did not make his color correct, because I learned that the true Krishna, his color is blue. I don't know where I have the Krishna blue. Oh, this is the mother of Muhammad giving birth to him. According to Muhammad, light like rocket came from her vagina. May Allah bless her vagina. What a holy one. Oh, this is the genie. I need to rename them. I have them just as an images. Okay, hold on. What about this one? This is the Muslim man, and in the cave Allah gave him in the heaven, it's made from pearls. One pearl. All right. But this is Hillary Clinton in that cave too. I don't know, maybe I deleted the picture. I have to add it again. I don't know. Do we have any Muhammadan? Anyone? Yeah, seriously, like according to the Hindus, Krishna is blue. And you know, I was wondering why always I sing like, oh mommy, Oh, mommy, mommy blue. Oh, mommy blue. Oh, mommy. Now I know. Where's the pictures of the blue? Oh, hold on. Oh, listen, listen. I will tell you a story. Will convert everybody to Islam. According to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the earth is in the top of a whale, and the whale is in the water, and under the whale there's a rock, and nobody knows what under the rock save Allah. Look, Muhammad knowledge is limited, to be honest with you. See, Muhammad is not the kind who fabricated stories. How Muhammad knew this? If he is not a prophet of Allah, how he discovered this? Huh? Hold on. I have different wheel. This is more cute. I told the AI to make it like half color, you know, for diversity. Because remember, we are liberals. We are very liberals, you know, diversity. Yeah, bring the gangs to America. We want diversity, huh? We want diversity of drugs. Honduras, Taliban, Hezbollah, diversity. Stupid atheist. Any Muslim? What this picture is about? Oh, this is my cousin. This is Zulkarnain. I will tell you the story of Zulkarnain according to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This guy is a good Muslim. He came to his people, he told them, believe in Allah before it's too late. They hit him with the hammer in his head, in the right side, in the left side, sorry, first. He died. And a horn came out of his head before he died, like from the pain. Think about it. Somebody hit you in your head with the hammer. What will happen in the cartoon? You saw the cartoon. They hit the Tom and Jerry. They hit him, you know, boom, like boing. And then big, you know, the pump will come in his head. This is what happened to Zulkarnain. Zulkarnain means the person or the one with the two horns. So according to the story, Allah, he raised him from death after they hit him with the first hammer, and he have now one horn. Imagine Zulkarnain, at that time he's walking in the street, he have only one horn. He will look so weird. At that time he was the only internet Wi-Fi with one antenna. Yeah, because later they add two antennas. In the beginning it was only one antenna. I'm telling you, Allah, he knew what he's doing. And then Allah, he sent him back to his people and he asked them to convert to Islam. They refused. And they hit him again in his head, on his head with the hammer. And boing, the second horn came out. And now this is how his name become Zulkarnain. The one with the two horns. Now, if after this still you don't believe in Prophet Muhammad, obviously you have a problem. You are mentally cuckoo. Isn't it obvious that Prophet Muhammad, he is inspired by the true God? Huh? Just think about it. You kuffar, you are, you don't have a brain. And I'm asking you to think. Yeah, good luck. You know, the only one is smart in the world is the one who they are Muslims. That's why they drink camel urine and they forbid wine. According to Prophet Muhammad, camel urine is very healthy. Hold on, let me ask AI to do something for me. All right. An Arab man drinking camel urine from the camel directly. Okay, let's see what the AI will do. But you know, because you have to make my English is not so good to make like a perfect you know, explanation, but I hope the AI will understand my funny English. Let us see. That will be fun, huh? There's a lot of pictures, by the way, in the internet of Muslims drinking camel urine from the penis of the camel right away. hot and fresh. If there is any Muslim want to tell us how it tastes, what are you doing, AI? Like, AI made for me an image that the guy is making the camel drinking the camel urine. What's wrong with you? Hold on. Arab man drinking. I see. I was using my voice command. It says drinking camera urine. Like stupid idiot. Google. Always I type things, you know, camel, not camera urine. Have you ever heard of a camera have a urine AI? What's wrong with you? This AI must be made by my cousins, you know. All right. So Arab man drinking camel urine from the camel directly. Let us redo it again. Debate Imam al-Mahdi. Who is this Imam al-Mahdi? His name is al-Mahdi, which means the guided one. Can you guide him to come here? What is drinking? Okay, anyway, I told the AI to make it drinking from the camel directly. Did not do that. Let me see if I need to change. Drinking from the camel. Guys, what is the polite word for penis? So AI will not say this is against our guideline. Anyone can help me? There is a word. It's called male part. Really? So the thing I have there is called male part? Is it my hand is male part too? I'm a male. My hand is a... What's wrong with people? What kind of language this language is? Crazy English. A bandage? A bandage? Are you serious? The penis is called a bandage? Don't say that to your wife. She will abandon you. Sorry, I'm joking. A bandage? Are you serious? Is that English? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Drinking from the camel. Let me see first. Maybe this guy is making fun of me. You know, my English is funny. So I will search for this word. Appendage definition. Often with negative or thing is added to attach something longer, more. What is that? What? No, this is not the correct word. Okay, urine from the camel private. Let us see if AI will say to me this is against our guideline. You know, they have like, you know, setup of guideline rules. I paid a lot of money for this AI and they are telling me rules. Let us see. Until now, I don't see anything it says any about guideline. Let us see. Pulpus. Really, there's a word called bulbous? Bulbous? Phallus? Is that an English word? Phallus. What is this, man? This is AI is not yeah, I don't know. I'm so disappointed. Okay, hold on. Camel urine from I will say an Arab. Okay, let us say take the word drinking and say collecting. Maybe the AI now will understand better. Okay, let us see. Yeah, I can tell he should not. He should, if you know, I'm sure if he knew what they will do there, he will never go in that place. All his kids, I can tell in their faces, they were so angry. Filthy people there. a church of Satan. Guys, look what AI did. AI do not know what the penis, where the penis of the camel located, and they call it AI intelligence. Let me show you what AI gave. You want to see it? You are responsible for what you will see. Disclaimer, okay? I'm not responsible for any of what you will see. Disclaimer. This, I mean, English is really weird. Disclaimer. All right. Look what the AI did. What is the penis? What do what the heck is that? Maybe he's getting it from his nipple or something. Maybe his penis is so small in wrong location. Maybe this camel, he have a birth defect like Mohammed. You never know. I mean, come on, things can happen. You know? Yeah. And look at this Arab guy. He looked like a midget. His hand in the size of my fingers. What happened to him? Why is he's so micro? Ah, this is a micro Arab. Oh, okay. Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? No? Okay, I will change this picture. I don't like it, you know. Let me ask AI to do something better for me, something more entertaining. Surrounded by 72 women wearing very beautiful belly dancing clothing, exposing their hips. I see my English is improving. Hips, huh? Where did I learn this word from? Okay, hold on. And drinking wine. And they are drinking wine. The background decoration is an Islamic decoration with Arabic Islamic text. Let us see what AI will do. What we will do, we don't have customers, so, you know, let's see. You can't see my screen? Oh, really? You did not see the screen? I did not put anything anyway. You see Zulqarnain right now, right? Okay, hold on. Don't worry. I will solve the problem for you. You know, when I was a student in the school, the student, they have a problem. It was cold and there is no heat, so I burned the school. I always solve problems. Okay. Are you happy now? All right. So this is Abdul in the heaven of Allah. I told AI to be surrounded by 72 women. Are there 71? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. That's not even 14. Where is 72? You know, what's wrong with you? Look, I said belly dancing. It type Billy with I. Stupid. Don't understand my accent. Belly. I think it's my fault. I'm saying I'm not. My accent is hard for. All right. Belly dancing clothing. Let us change it. Yeah, maybe AI could not handle it. And 72 women, one alone will drive you crazy. You know, imagine you have 72. Yeah, and one of them, she is saying the burden of time. You know, like when at time, you know, burden, time. Oof, what is this? I'm going to heaven right away. Guys, look at this. Thank you, AI. Finally, you get something right. You want to see? Do we have any here? Any like under the age something? What this is the belly dancing? This is sound like Indian belly dancing. This is not Arabic Middle. The Arabic Middle is they show their ass and their butt. What is this? All of them they have a big belly. You know what? What they are doing in heaven? They are eating all the time. So I understand now the situation. Let me show you. You want to see? If you want to see, give me one. In Rumble, in YouTube. You want to see or not? Disclaimer, you are responsible for what you will see. Okay, as long all of you ask me to show it, one, I will not show it to you. We are Arab, we don't believe in democracy. You voted for one, we take two. My cousin Saddam Hussein, 199.9999 vote for him, say yes. And the one who did not vote, he died during the voting. What one, you know, do you think, like, you know, like we care for your vote? What's wrong with you? Crazy people, those are, you know, Western people are mental potatoes. Cuckoo. Okay, I will show you. Okay, because you gave a lot of one, and that means a lot of money. Yeah, hold on. Where is the thing? You know the thing? Ah, here we go. I found the thing.
Hello, CP.
Yeah?
So I have a question for you. I'm a Muslim.
All right.
So why do Christians believe that God can be a man?
Well, if he is God, why he cannot?
Because God is unlimited and man is limited.
Is your God?
How can he be?
But isn't it your God limited?
No, I'm talking about you.
I
don't
know.
You believe God is
No,
unlimited?
if you are the one schooling me about what is limited, what is not, what I know that your God himself is limited, isn't it?
Don't ask me. I'm asking you. I asked you first. Answer me.
You see? Because I want to know what is limited for you. Because limited is you Muslims, you believe in limited God. Correct?
So yeah.
Okay.
No, you say
no. What do you mean? Yeah. If you agree, yeah, that means you are questioning. Questioning the limitation when you believe in limited God.
Our God is not limited.
Okay.
Our God is not
is
limited.
your God inside his body or outside his body?
What?
Is your God inside his body or outside his body?
Well, what are you talking about?
Your God have a body. Your God have a body. Is he inside his body?
I'm not asking about my God. I'm asking about you.
Yeah, because you're opposing God to have a body, correct? And that make him limited. That mean
unlimited.
No, you say, look, you said he is unlimited. That's not true, because you are saying if God is unlimited, then he should not be having a body, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but your God have a body.
No. Our God's body is it's not like
your body. Your God body is made of silicone. Who cares if it's made of silicone or potatoes? Your God have a body. No, what do you mean no?
No.
Don't tell me no.
No.
Your God, I can play for you now 10,000 videos. He have two hands. He have two.
Yeah. I know.
He have one leg because the other one he lost it in Afghanistan. Okay, and he sit on the chair. Okay, so your God, Allah have a body. According to you, the one who have a body is limited and he can't be God.
It's not a body. We don't say it's a body.
So it is what?
We say he has a hand.
So that isn't the hand is
not like our hands.
Guys, listen to this.
It's beyond our comprehension.
Isn't it the hand a body?
We don't say that.
I don't care what you're saying, but is the hand a body or not?
We don't affirm to God only. We affirm to God.
What affirm? Don't tell me about affirming now. I'm asking you. If Allah have hands, he have a foot, he have a shin, he have 5 fingers, he have a mouth.
Why do you keep asking me? I ask you the question.
You see, I'm asking you.
Let's say
I'm showing everybody how hypocrite the Muslims is, because they are.
Okay, let's just.
Because your God have a body. So if you believe that God is limited because he have a body, then you should not worship your God. Are you there? Hello? He did not say inshallah. Allah muted him. Are you using the internet of the neighbor? Mohammed, where are you? Maybe he's calling his friend. Guys, do you like the picture of you know, the Abdul in heaven? Do you like what AI did? And look, they are eating a lot of food. Look at their stomach. What they have there? I mean, the most of them, they look like a bread net or something. Man. Muhammad, are you there? Do you see, guys, how we can get the Muslim busted in 2 seconds? This guy, he will go to Christians from place to place, and the Christian, they will start confirming to him and explaining to him. Don't do that. Spank them with their own excuse. Learn how to debate the Abdul. We don't debate Abdul. We smash Abdul. I don't debate Abdul. I don't. You see how stupid his logic is? His logic is God is unlimited. So if God have body, well, he cannot be God, but his God is the one who have a body. My God is always powerful, because Jesus, who have a body, he raised people from death in Islam, not only in Christianity. Jesus, who have a body, which is limited supposedly, he controlled the nature. He can tell you what you hide in your house according to the Quran. He can make the blind see. He can heal the leper. He can raise people from death. He can create it from the mother bird. So what is left? How he is limited?
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Do you speak Arabic?
No, I don't speak. I'm from Kazakhstan. Where are you from?
Wait, are you actually from Kazakhstan?
Oh, yeah?
No, like really?
Huh?
I thought you were Arabic.
No, okay. And sometimes we joke with people, you know, because they don't speak Arabic. So I tell them I'm an Arab just for a joke. So what do you want to tell me, Hamza?
Okay,
Your name is Hamza?
No, Hamza, yeah.
Hamza or what? What?
Hamza.
What Hamza mean?
It's the name of one of the companions, I think.
Yeah, this is not the question. I ask you, what does that mean?
I don't know, to be honest.
Who? You don't know the meaning of your name?
No.
What if it's a bad word?
I hope it's not. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Exactly how small is your micro penis?
How small my macro penis? Okay, I can answer you. Why you leave? You coward! You didn't even dare to stand up. You're a prophet. How small his penis to the point he have all those women, yet he could not one of them be retnet. Come back. And Aisha, and your prophet said, I was the most weak person between all mankind. Until I invoke Allah. He sent me a dish of shish kebab and I get the power of 40 men. Yet he have no penis. Abdul, Hamza, you idiot, it mean a lion. But obviously you are a cat. This is why you run from the stage. Potato. You do not know what his name mean. Who call you a lion? It must be somebody is blind. If they see what they see, what I see, they will notice you are not even a cat. You are not even a rat. That's why you run. Potato. Who's next? Look, one of them, you know, one after one, they come and they run. They come and they run. They can't handle the truth that Santa Claus is real and Muhammad and Allah is not. I can prove to you that Santa Claus is real. And I can prove to you that Allah is not real. Any Abdul? Yeah, the coward Zakir Naik. Remember when I went to his channel, he was live. Almost he have heart attack. The video is there. We still have it. Coward potato, Zakir Naik. Hold on, he's calling. Christian Prince, first of all, I am the most brave person ever. Zakir Naik, you are wanted in India. If you are brave, go there. Christian Prince, first of all, I don't go to India for a very simple reason. Why? Because the doctor told me not to eat curry. Like, Abdul, go there and don't eat curry. Who's going to force you? Christian Prince, you don't understand. The Indian, they have curry and everything, even in the water. Even in the water? Okay, use a filter. Filter the curry from the water. Christian Prince, first of all, I cannot use filter because filtering is haram. Even that is haram? What if the water is dirty? It doesn't matter because the Prophet Muhammad, he never filtered any water. I agree with you. Actually, Prophet Muhammad, as I know, he used to take a shower with dead dogs and women blood from period. Is that true, Zakir Naik? Christian Prince, first of all, this story is true, but you're exaggerating. Like, what do you mean exaggerating? What do you mean? I have even a picture of it. Do you want me to show you? Huh? I can show you. Okay. Look with me. Oh, this is, sorry, Krishna. Christian Prince, you are insulting Krishna. Even Krishna now, you will hijack him, you will make him a Muslim prophet. Exactly. What is the proof that he's a Muslim prophet? Because it's very good in sex. But your prophet is not good at all in sex. Your prophet in sex is not sexy at all. He could not make one baby. Is that true? Christian Prince, respect yourself. Okay, hold on. Let us go and see how your prophet take a shower. Shall we? Christian Prince, you don't say, shall we? You say, we shall. Okay, Zakir Naik, okay, you speak English better than me, you know, okay. But look, this is your prophet taking a shower, if you don't mind. Can you explain to us what's going on? Christian Prince, first of all, you are a big fat liar. This is not my prophet. Okay, but I mean, forget about the man. Look at the picture there. There's a dead dog, there's blood, there's stinky water. The water is so green from dirt. Women rags from menstruation. Is there anything missing based on the hadith? Christian Prince, this is a very, 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 very good example of how prophet take a shower. Okay. So go to India as long what filter, what curry. You're afraid of curry? I mean, this is full of curry, you idiot. This is the curry itself. Any Abdul? Christian Prince, if God is unlimited, how he have a body? What an idiot. You are coming to Christian Prince and you think you can corner him with such a stupid question? I'm in the corner. That's why when I debate Muslims, I never sit in a, certain kind of shapes of rooms. I choose always to have a circle room. So they cannot corner me, man. Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? What do you mean that disgusting? Respect yourself. This is a prophet of Allah. You people have no respect. Okay, I will put the other picture for you. Now you will say this is respectful, huh? You like to see women with big boobs. You're a booby guy. Now I know why they called him in Iraq booby trap. It's coming from the boobs. Any Abdul? Who is Abdul wanna corner a Christian Prince and get him busted? I like to be busted. Anyone? Okay, any two? What? Not even one, not even two. What about half? Remember, when the Prophet Solomon, he forgot to say inshallah before he have sex with 100 women, Allah gave him a half man. Who is a Muslim? When I explain to us what's going on. Why Allah gave him a half man, huh? Like what? He have one shoulder, one foot, one ball. What do you mean half, man? Are you talking about Joe Biden? Seriously. Because this description fit perfectly with Joe Biden. He's half man, half Kamala. Unbelievable. Oh boy. By the way, once I received an email from, I forgot from who. They have a program. It's like a paid program, like a paid prayer review. They said, you are the best comedian ever I listened to. Do you like to have a contract with us? I said, why you want to have a contract with me? I said, so we know how much we pay you, etc. I said, can't we do it without contract? He said, yeah, we can, if you agree. I said, okay, come to my show and it's for free. I'm not for sale, you idiot. Potato. Any Abdul? Any half man want to debate me? He gave birth to a half man. By the way, he gave birth or the women? So is the 100 women they gave birth to a half woman, half man, or like one of them? I mean, this story must be true. A guy, he effed 100 women in one night. This is a true story. Number one, it's very scientific. And he forgot to say inshallah. Big problem. Anyone he do have sex, okay? He forgot to say Allah willing. So guys, why you wear condoms? Hey atheist, why you wear condoms? Make Allah your excuse of condemnation. So have sex and don't say inshallah. You will not have a baby. Bingo. It's solved, the problem solved. Use Allah as your condom shift. What his name? Adam shift, sorry. Condom shift. I mean, this guy, Adam, unbelievable. They look weird. You American, you have in America the most looking weird people ever in the Democratic Party. First time I look at this woman, her name is Nancy Pelosi. I said to myself, I'm going to commit suicide. If this is how women look like in America. Unbelievable. Do we have any Abdul? No, they meant a disabled person. Very evil, Mohammed. Very evil, filthy, trashy. And you know, like they believe in those stories, you know, like the guy wanna F 100 women so he can have 100 boy, as if each time you have sex you will have a boy. And what the boys will do, they will go kill. Like even the purpose is to kill. Not a good purpose, not to build, not to pray, no. For filthy purpose. All right, Mohammed is back. Where do you go, Mohammed?
Hello, CP. Sorry, my wife disconnected.
Your wife connected?
My Wi-Fi disconnected.
Wi-Fi, okay. So I asked you, you said, you remember, you said to me, if God have a body, he will be limited. And your God have a body. So how you explain to me the limitation?
No. I never said that. I never said that.
No, your God have a body. It's not up to you. Your God, Allah have a hand. You agree, correct? He have a foot.
No. You said if I said God has a body, then he's limited. First of all, God.
So you avoid. So look what you are doing. Look what you are doing. You avoid saying God have a body, but you agree your Allah have a foot, correct?
Yeah, he has. Yes.
Okay, he have a foot, but the foot is not body, and he have 5 fingers, but they are not body, and he have 2 hands, but they are not body, and he have a face and he have a back, but they are not body.
No.
Oh, so what are they? So what are they?
The foot of God or the hand of God. These attributes of God are unlimited.
How
Not
they
like
are unlimited?
us.
It's a foot. It's a foot. It's a foot.
No,
okay.
I told you.
Okay.
Its essence is unlimited.
According to your prophet,
It's not like
Allah.
us.
Okay. According to your prophet, Allah he run. Is that correct?
What?
According to your prophet, Allah he run. Run.
Yeah, hadith like that, but it's not like it's not about physical running. It's
Ah, what do you mean?
it's a metaphor.
No, that's false. Okay, when Allah He
No,
created,
I know the
hold on.
hadith.
When Allah He created Adam, did He use His hands, yes or no?
Yes, he created with his hands.
Okay, so hands are real. Are they fake or metaphorical?
Oh, they're real. They're real.
Okay, they are real. So they are body.
Yes. The hand of God is unlimited, not like us. That's
Okay,
what I'm
hold on.
saying.
You said the hand of
The
God.
question is about Jesus.
Hold on.
Jesus is,
What you said to me? If God have a body, He is limited. And you said to
I
me,
never
the
said
hand
that.
of God. Hold on. The hands of God are unlimited. Well, the hands of Jesus are unlimited because He can use those hands according to Quran. Hold on. According to Quran,
He's a human being.
Jesus, He created from the mud. He made mud by using what? His two hands. Allah, He used His hand
Yes, so
to make Adam. Okay,
that makes him a god.
hold on.
That makes him
Allah,
a god.
hold on.
Wait.
Allah, after He make mud, He dried the mud. Took Him 40 years to dry it. Correct? And then He breathed into it. Jesus, He made the mud. He fashioned the mud. He breathed into the mud in 5 seconds. And here we go. Bingo. We have a living creature. Your God could not do what Jesus can do. So the hand of Jesus is way powerful than the hand of Allah. Because even when Allah...
Who said God can't do?
Huh?
CP, are you going to keep trolling? I ask you a simple question.
Guys, I'm answering.
Is a human being.
I just
CP.
no. If he is a human being, should not be able to create from the mother bird. This is not an act of a human
It's
being.
a miracle. God gave him this power. It's
so
very
guys,
simple.
hold
CP.
on.
You know that already.
Okay, hold on. You are saying that God gave him a miracle, correct?
Yeah.
All right. How come your God could not do any of the miracles of Jesus?
What?
Your God could not do any of the miracles of Jesus.
Could not. God can do anything.
No, your God could not. Even the Quran witness for that. There's a da'if hadith says, Allah, He refrained from giving any miracle, correct?
What? Miracles are for human beings. Do you know what they're called?
There's a da'if hadith says, Allah, He refrained from making any miracles.
I don't know about this hadith or even da'if. I don't think... but God... CP,
did
miracles
Allah
are for human
listen?
beings
Did
because
Allah?
It's a miracle
Did Allah
for
give?
them, not for God.
Jesus is confirmed. He created from the mother bird. Did Allah mention to you any witnesses that He did create anything, or He refrained from doing any miracles?
What is this question, CP? God can do anything.
No.
God created everything.
Your God cannot. Okay, read for me. Read for me. Read this hadith for me. Hadith number 59. It says.
I don't see this.
Nothing for, it's the da'if hadith here. You should know it. I mean, come on. Why you don't know it?
I don't see the screen.
Oh, you want to see the... Okay, you want to see the screen? It's da'if hadith, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to see it.
All right, I will show you, no problem. You see it now?
Wait a second. So this is a miracle for God. It's for the prophets, giving miracles to prophets.
Okay, guys, he's just saying.
You're saying God Himself can't do.
No, he is saying nothing stopped us from sending miracles, proofs, and evidence and signs. So Allah have zero proofs, zero evidence, zero sign that He is God, and yet you are giving me a speech about what is limited.
CP,
so listen,
CP,
what is make Allah because this verse saying that Allah is limited. Literally, it's saying Allah is limited.
Well, CP, you said God refrained from doing any miracles as if He couldn't do it Himself. This what it means in this verse, the ayat, sending the ayat, the proofs, evidences, signs. It's miracles for prophets.
Okay, Allah okay, I will go with you. I will go with you. You said to me that Jesus, when He created from the mother bird. Hold on. You said to me that when Jesus created from the mother bird, this is a miracle given to Him from God. But your God says, I refrain from giving proofs and evidence and signs. So He gave nothing to Jesus. He gave nothing to anybody. And the verse in front of you.
No, no, he did gave.
No, it says we refrain. It says we refrain. We never sent.
No,
In fact, in it says. Can you read for me? You claim you speak Arabic, right?
What is the refrain?
Can you speak? Do you
Yes.
do you know? Okay, what it says in Arabic?
وما منعنا أن نرسل بالآيات إلا أن كذب بها الأولون.
Okay, translate.
وآتينا ثمود الناقة مبصرة.
What? Translate.
And it's translated. And nothing stops us from sending the ayat, but the people of old denied them.
So your God, he knew that his ayat, which mean miracle, are false, and he knew that nobody will believe in them because they are funny. So he decided not to send any. So your God never sent any miracle. It's in front of you. And what is the excuse? Because he's limited. He cannot convince anyone with his fiction false miracles. So he said to himself, they will not believe anyway. Yeah, you see,
Jews,
it is a clear evidence of limitation. Your God cannot convince anybody with so-called miracle because you have none. It's an excuse. Look, you ask me now, Christian Prince, can you create from the mud the bird? I says, oh, sure I can. But you know what? You will not believe anyway, so I will not do it. Okay, can you make the tomato potato? No, I can, but you know, I will not believe anyway. Even if I do make potato tomato, so I will not going to do it anyway. Okay, can you walk in the water? Come on, if I walk in the water, people will think I'm a duck, so I'm not going to walk in the water. You will not believe anyway. So your God is a fake God. He could not provide any miracle. He is limited.
Okay, but CP, you already know that Jesus, many Jews did not believe in him. Most of the Jews did not believe in him.
Who cares?
Even though he had
Still, Jesus did miracles. See, thank you very much. So
it's about believing.
Hold on. So Jesus, he did not use an excuse saying that some people will not believe in me, so I will refrain from giving miracles. He did miracles. Those who want to believe, they believe, and those who don't want to believe, they don't believe. So the excuse of your God is false because he is disabled. He cannot do it. But in the case of Jesus, he can. According to your religion, Jesus, he resurrected at least 4 or 5 people. Is that correct?
I don't know how many.
Is it true that he resurrected the son of Noah?
I don't know.
This guy
is probably in
Let me introduce for you.
I don't know.
Let me introduce for you, Mr. I don't know. Every Muslim I talk to him, he run away from the question by saying I do not know. I can show you the reference if you want. Jesus, he resurrected the son of Noah. How Jesus, who is limited according to you, he can command the ground, the sand. He's just walking in the street. And then his disciple, according to Muhammad, they said to him, can you resurrect for us the son of Noah, so he can tell us what happened in the flood? He said, sure. He looked at the sand, he says, sand, bring Noah to me. And right away, Noah was in front of him. This is a story in your religion. So if Jesus is limited, hold on, how Jesus the limited, who have body, can go back thousands of times and resurrect a person from death, making him alive, speaking in flesh, even though it's not even his grave. They are not over the grave of Noah. He just command the ground, bring me Noah. The ground gave him Noah, and Noah is alive, and Noah is talking. And according to your prophet, he have a gray hair, because at that time they don't color. Is that true?
Okay. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, this story is true. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it's true, there's no problem, because God gave him this power to do it.
How your God Allah can give him this power, but he cannot resurrect a chicken? My friend, don't you see Allah saying,
what?
Hold on.
Who said he can resurrect anything?
It's in front of you. It's in front of you. It says, nothing stopped us. Stopped us. Do you know what stop us mean? We stopped Allah.
Yeah, because
if I stop you, hold on. If I stop you from what you was going to do, that means you are limited. Allah, he wanted to do it, but we stopped him, so he's limited. But nobody can stop Jesus, not even death. They put him in the tomb.
No.
Jesus, he came out of the grave. Nothing can stop my God. Everything can stop your God. Your God, hold on. Is it true? Is it true that your God could not give a Quran to Muhammad because there was a puppy in his house? What? Is it true? Listen carefully. Your prophet could not deliver Quran to Muhammad because a puppy, he stopped Allah from delivering the Quran.
The dog is najis. So the angel
so guys,
doesn't enter.
the
The angels don't enter.
what do you mean?
It's
I
not
don't
about
know, I
couldn't.
don't know what this word you
The
said.
angels.
You said the dog is najis. What does that mean?
Najis. It's it. It's not. It's unclean.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Unclean?
Yeah. Angels.
So
don't,
Allah cannot deliver His Quran. So that puppy, he stopped Allah from His mission.
Allah can do anything.
No, He cannot deliver the Quran. And not only that, listen.
Who said cannot? The word cannot.
Okay.
What did you get it? Cannot.
Okay. Why? No, Muhammad, he asked the angel, why you did not deliver the Quran? He said to him, there's a dog underneath of you.
Yeah, because angels don't enter these houses.
So your God and His angels are limited. They have a phobia. They get scared of a little puppy. They get scared of a little puppy. Your God is a joke, my friend.
Are you gonna keep trolling CP?
I'm not. I'm giving a proof. Here we go. This is the hadith in front of you. Your God, not only that, by the way, this dog is dead. How come your God?
Yes.
How come your prophet never even noticed that a dead dog under his bed?
I don't know.
Because he smelled, he stink himself. He stink more than the dog. Because your prophet, because listen, if a rat, go and check. I don't know if you ever have any dead animal around. If a rat died in your house, will make your house smell like hell. So how a dog died under his bed and for many days, because the angel could not get
who said
in.
He's dead? I don't see.
Huh?
He's dead? The dog is dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Who said it's
because
dead?
because when she was cleaning, her stick hit the dog. She was cleaning. The dog is not moving. Is not making noise no more. It's dead.
No, I don't see anything. Where?
All right.
Where are you getting this?
Okay, he's alive.
Who cares? I don't know.
What do you mean? I care. No, I care. I want to know what is the weakness of Allah that He cannot. I mean, the message of Islam stopped because of a dog.
He didn't stop that. The word cannot. There is no cannot in the hadith. The angel.
Yeah, but the angel is doing the work of Allah. Okay, the angel is a soldier of Allah. So now the angel, neither Allah can deliver inspiration to the Quran of Muhammad.
Oh, he can, but he doesn't do it.
No, it says no.
Follow.
No, it says he cannot. He says nothing forbid me from entering your house except yet you have a dog. Read it.
Forbid him. It's a rule. It's an angel.
He said to him, why you did not come? You promised me. Muhammad, he said to Jibreel, you promised me. I waited for you, but you did not come. Whereupon he said, which means the angel, it was a dog in your house, which prevented me from coming to you. Preventing him, a dog, a puppy?
Yeah, so what's the point?
The point is, why the angel?
He told you why.
Okay, listen. Why Allah can the angel speak to Muhammad without entering the house?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so why he did not do it? Why he cannot do it?
It's a rule. It's angels follow the rules.
What
they
rules?
have their own rules.
So no, it's a weakness. He's a phobia. He have a phobia from dogs.
It's not a weakness.
He have a phobia from dogs. They bite, my friend. They have teeth. Same time.
We don't know why angels don't do that. It's from the unseen. It's the ghaib.
See, anything I say to you, you say I do not know. You do not know how your God fingers look like. You do not know how his foot look like. Oh, of course. And you do not know why Allah He cannot deliver His Quran because there is a puppy.
Cannot? You said cannot. There's no cannot.
Okay, let me ask you. What if there's a cat? Can Allah deliver? Or
okay. You keep asking me. I don't know what God can do. He can do anything.
You are the Muslim. No, He cannot. No, He cannot. Here we go. He cannot raise people from death like Jesus. He cannot. He refrained from sending miracles.
Who said cannot? Who said that?
It's your prophet saying that. No, okay, hold on. Let us go back to zero. Isn't it? This is your Quran saying Allah.
This is the verse. I wanted to tell you that. Yeah, this verse. This verse has يعني its explanation is that the people, the Arabs, the pagan Arabs, asked the Prophet to give them miracles.
Uh-huh.
They asked him to turn a mountain to a gold.
Hmm.
If he did it
Hmm.
and they disbelieved, Allah would destroy them. So he didn't do it. So
How
he kept
nice.
them
How
without any
nice. No.
miracles.
You see, first of all, it says he never sent any ayah, not only for that scenario. Nothing stopped us, which
Yeah,
means he confirmed, and you agree with me just 15 minutes ago, that he never sent any proof, any confirmation, any evidence to Muhammad. So Muhammad is a false prophet. Let me ask you.
what?
The Jews, they believe that if a prophet, he claimed to be a prophet, he have to give sacrifice, and then God will send fire from heaven and consume the sacrifice. Why your prophet did not do that for
Yeah.
them, to make them believe? Do you think it's a wrong belief?
Why would he do that?
Do you think their belief is wrong? They will not accept a
Why
prophet.
would they do? Why would he do that to the Jews?
No, I'm asking you, do you think
This is in
I'm talking about them now, not about you. Do you think their belief is wrong to say we will not believe in you unless you give sacrifice and then God will send fire consume it? Is that a good excuse for them or bad?
course it's bad.
Why it's bad?
They have to believe in Prophet. It doesn't matter.
So
These rules they have,
do you
it
think
doesn't
they are
apply
do you
to
think
us.
it's a stupid reason?
So, of course.
Of course, but this is in the Quran. Guys, he just said of course, but the Quran saying that Allah, he told the Jews not to accept any prophet unless he gives sacrifice, and then Allah, he will send a fire from the sky to consume it. And you say this is stupid. Everybody heard you. Is that right?
It's for Prophet Muhammad. It's different. I told you, it's different rules for us.
Listen, no, hold on. So you said stupid. You said this is stupid.
Yeah, I told you these are the rule. This is a different nation.
No.
They had different rules back
I
then.
told you that the Jews, Allah, I told you the Jews will not accept a prophet unless he gives sacrifice, and then Allah will send a fire consume it.
No, you said Prophet Muhammad.
I said the Jews.
Yeah, you said the Jews didn't believe in Prophet Muhammad because he didn't.
I said to you, the Jews, they said, we will not accept any prophet unless he do the following. And you say this is stupid.
No, you said to Prophet Muhammad.
No problem. Even if I say, no, I did not say, but let's say Prophet Muhammad, no problem. So why, if Allah, he told the Jews, Allah told the Jews that you will not and you should not believe anyone, no matter who, unless he sacrifice a sheep, and then the fire have to come and eat the sheep. Allah told me.
If he did tell them, I don't know if he did or not, but if he did, yani, it's in the past. It's in their Sharia.
What do you mean in past? No, he told them don't believe anyone. That's it. Did he give them any? Hold on. Did he give? This is the instruction he gave them. He says, if any man come to you, don't believe in him unless he do this. This is the only way to find out if the person is from God or not.
Okay, where did he tell them this? I don't know.
What?
Where did he tell them this? I don't know.
In the Da'if Hadith. In the Da'if Hadith.
Da'if Hadith, or show me the verse. Whatever. Show me the evidence. I want to see.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right, show me. Okay. Read. Do you see it?
Yeah, so what's the book?
Good. What the point?
The Jews had the
Why the Jews will believe in Muhammad if Allah told them never believe a man? He claimed to be a prophet unless he gives sacrifice offering, and then Allah will devour a fire from heaven, will consume this sacrifice, which means I accept him. This is the only way. It's a sign.
These are past laws of the Jews. This is a different nation.
You said this is stupid. You said, everybody heard you saying this is stupid.
Yeah, it's a Prophet Muhammad.
No, I said to you,
She said
do you think believing in such a thing is stupid? You said yes.
No, you said Prophet Muhammad.
No, I did not say. I said the Jews, they said, we will not. I did not even say. It's recorded, by the way. It's on YouTube. I said the Jews, they believe they should not accept any prophet unless he gives sacrifice. And then God, I did not even say Allah. I said God, he sent the fire, and the fire will consume the sacrifice. You said this is stupid.
No, yeah, I said if it's stupid to ask this of Prophet Muhammad.
Okay, guys, this is stupid to ask this for Prophet Muhammad. That means Allah is stupid because it's Allah, he told them to do it. According to the Quran, Allah told the Jews, listen carefully. You see, the Quran did not deny that Allah told them that. So if Allah told the Jews, never believe anyone, if anyone come to you and he did not do this, he is a false prophet. So what is the fault of the Jews?
I told you this is the loss of the previous generation of.
Well, they are Jews, prophets. My friend. They are Jews. Allah told them they are obeying Allah. Listen. They are obeying Allah supposedly. Allah told them, and Allah agree. The Quran agree.
But first, CP. The verse doesn't say Allah did that.
No, it says it clearly. Okay, maybe you do not know how to read. The Jews. They say,
no,
listen, verily Allah has taken our promise not to believe in any messenger unless he bring us an offering, which the fire, between bracket, from the heaven shall devour. See, look what he say. Now the answer.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, say,
who said
verily, there come to you a messenger before me with a clear sign, even what you speak of. So this is, he confirm it as you speak. Allah, yes, he requires, yes, he. Okay, read the interpretation, don't lie. Even the interpretation confirm that. Listen, even as you ask for, so it confirmed that this is what was required. Why Muhammad don't do it?
God never said that. The Jews said that.
No,
we don't know if they lied.
Allah, he gave them miracle as that. Correct? Allah, they see the verse did not say. Listen, I don't debate liars. Do you want to open the interpretation and write and read, and you die laughing?
I don't know interpretation.
Don't tell me I don't know, Mr. I don't know. Are you asking me to kick you out? Because you keep saying each time you are cornered. This is what you do. Each time you are cornered, you say I don't know. So is that the escape way?
Cornered about what?
Okay, then
what's the point here?
You open the interpretation. Because it says it clearly. Allah,
why did you change the subject?
Allah asked the Jews not to accept any messenger. Anyone who don't do this, he's a false prophet. So your prophet is false. Okay, hold on. And why now Muhammad cannot do it? What the
still laws of the past, I told you.
No, it's not a law. It's not a law. It's not a law of the past. What past? Which past?
Look, if it's true, if this is true, then this only applied to the Israelites in the past.
Guys,
it doesn't apply to this nation.
Thank you very much. Guys, if it is true, it's applied to the Jews. Okay, but they are the Jews.
not to the Israelites in the past.
No.
This.
Did Allah send them any update since he last time? What do you mean apply in the past? He did not send them update. He told them. Listen. Is it your God? According to your God, this is the way to approve somebody?
Okay, I told you if it's true.
Don't tell me it's true. It's true. Don't say to me if it's true. I ask you.
I told you.
I ask you. Do you like to read the interpretation? You keep saying to me it's true. If it's true, what does that mean?
Yeah, show me interpretation.
What interpretation? What interpretation you want? You like At-Tabari?
Any
Okay, you know, he mentioned
interpretation.
you mentioned At-Tabari, you got At-Tabari. Here we go.
No, of course, I don't know if this story is authentic or not in the
Sure.
tafsir.
Ah, but you asked me At-Tabari. Guys, did he say At-Tabari? You said At-Tabari.
You told me that you asked me. You asked me.
No, I asked you what interpretation you like. You said At-Tabari.
So I'm reading.
Oh. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
So now what we will do? This is At-Tabari.
yeah, so
What?
yeah, so what's the issue here?
It comes from what I said. Allah told them not to accept any prophet unless he make a sacrifice. Allah, and Allah, he send the fire to eat it.
Yeah, so
Why your
what's the
prophet did not
point?
do
I
it?
told you this.
So why your prophet did not do it?
CP, I told you this many times. This
Okay,
only
okay.
applied in the past.
I will give you
in the past
a
Sharia.
question. I will give you a question in the verse will make you die laughing at yourself. It says here that the Jews they killed prophets. Can you name for me the prophet the Jews they killed?
Maybe John the Baptist, you know.
According to the Quran, John the Baptist was killed by the Jews.
Yeah, they conspired to kill him. I don't know, the Romans.
Really?
I don't know the specifics.
Hold on.
The details.
I thought Allah will not allow any as a prophet to be killed by the Jews. That's why he saved Jesus. So who's the one they killed?
Oh, he saved Jesus.
Who is the one? Who are they? No, it says you killed them.
Who said that? CP.
It says you
CP.
killed them. You killed them. You Muslim, you claim that Allah will never allow any prophet to be killed by the Jews, and then we find that
No, we never said that.
Muhammad. Yes, okay. So name for me the one killed by the Jews.
I don't know.
Mr. I don't know. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Like each time I ask you a question, you say no. Stupid. So your God Allah is the one is limited. He could not give miracle to Muhammad. According to the Quran, he required the Jews not to believe in anyone unless he do certain things, and Muhammad failed. And the excuse is they will not believe. That is a false excuse. That is a very false excuse. So what if they don't believe? And isn't it the Muslim belief? They say that many Jews they convert to Islam. So what do you mean they will not believe? If Muhammad he made such a miracle, all the people of Mecca will believe, not only the Jews. If I bought a sheep, I cut the head of the sheep, I put it in the floor, and then a fire, they just asked me for that, and then a fire come from the sky, people will go crazy. Muhammad he could not do anything. Mr. I don't know. Nice to meet you, Mr. I don't know. By the way, you believe in destiny. So if they don't believe, that means it's what destiny not to believe. So again, the Quran is stupid. If Muslims believe in destiny, and then the Jews don't believe in Muhammad, neither me, it was destiny not to believe in Muhammad. Yeah, I kick him out. I don't have time for someone. He keeps saying to me, I do not know. There's no point. Each time you ask him a question, he says, I don't know. Each time you corner him, he will say, I don't know. This is coming from the I don't know tribe. What the name of your father? I don't know. Okay. How we can even recognize the person? Mr. I don't know. You cannot debate a liar. Nobody can debate a liar. And every Muslim is a liar until he proves the opposite. You know, like when I study law, it says like every person is innocent until we prove the opposite. No, every Muslim is a liar until he proves the opposite, because Islam teach you to lie. Sound is bad in Discord. Okay, let me fix it. Hold on. His sound now is good in Discord. All right. You know, I will show you a miracle. Shaitan can do, Allah cannot do. According to Muhammad, Shaitan, he piss in your ears, but Allah cannot piss in the ears of a Christian prince. Allah is unlimited, brother. Yet the dog, he can stop Allah. Dog can piss in the house of Allah. Isn't it the Quran supposedly when they hear it, you will make you believe in Allah? Fail. Here we go. They heard the Quran 1,000 times. So those people in Discord, the problem, they did not hear me good at that moment because Shaitan, he pissed in their ears. And those, by the way, proven scientifically. I know the scientist who discovered this. His name is Japanese. His name is Yama I do piss Yama. Check him out. Very famous Japanese satanist. Yama I piss Yama. All those things Muhammad, he said, there is no witness for this guy. Nobody saw. He went to the sky. Nobody's there. Jesus, he make the dead alive. There's a lot of people watching. He fed thousands of people. Even the Quran have a chapter. It's called the chapter of Al-Ma'idah, which means the chapter of the table, which means the table of food. It's about Jesus. So Jesus, while Jesus, okay, nobody will believe in Jesus, and the book of Jesus will go, yet Jesus, he did every miracle you can imagine. That is my Lord. Can you explain throwing stones at Satan? This because they are stupid. Because do Satan live in? I mean, Allah and Shaitan, they live in the same town in Mecca. They are neighbors. Stupidity. Like you go to throw. I thought Shaitan is everywhere. Now we throw a rock at the Shaitan. Mental, illness. Satan is doing fine. Look, Joe Biden, he just left the White House yesterday. He was even walking, not even hit with one rock. Neither Kamala. And Nancy Pelosi is alive. So where is your rocks going? Hunter Biden is alive and kicking. He's kicking his art now. His father, he burdened him, burdened his son, burdened his cousin, sorry, but burdened his uncle. He burdened the whole family because they are not criminals. That is Satan. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep you longer. And I'm so glad that today we spoke to Mr. I don't know. I don't know where he's coming from. I don't know where he went from. Where he's coming from, going from, coming from, up, Allah, he knows everything. And anything Allah he knew, we will make you die laughing. I don't know. Like if you ask him why Allah he says the sperm coming from the backbone, I don't know. Okay, why Allah he says that women she have a sperm coming from her ribs, I don't know. Okay. Shall we read the interpretation? I don't know. Okay, what interpretation you like? I don't know. Do you want a Tabari? A Tabari. Okay, read the Tabari. I don't know. Oh. Do you want Ibn Kathir? I don't know. He's trying to avoid showing the reference because I don't know and I don't care. It is the best way to run and escape a Christian press. You cannot do that with me, Abdul. I have amazing video. Really? Hold on, let me show you. I will make it more amazing. I decide to convert to Islam. Oof. This is what I will have in heaven. And all of them, they are eating McDonald's, obviously, day and night. Look at their belly. Why their belly is so big? And behind you, you have Quran, Yeah, like shika, shake it, bake it. And they are drinking wine. And the women, and look, how come some women, they have something in their head, the rest they are not? Discrimination? And all of them, they are wearing the same bra? Is it the same size? I'm not sure. I don't know. Hey, Mr. I don't know. Maybe you can help us. Why their belly is so big? I mean, look. I have no idea. I think maybe the meal there is beans. I love the new tool. What tool? What are you talking about? This is not a tool. I ask Allah. He inspired, gave me the image. Allah himself is an AI. Unbelievable. Very intelligent creature. Yeah. What?
Shalom again.
Hamza, you want to ask me about my penis again?
No. Why did you mention a hadith that's ضعيف? And do you know it's ضعيف?
Which hadith is da'if?
The one you said it's ضعيف.
I
Under your breath.
was talking about the Quran.
No. You said you showed the hadith that's clearly ضعيف.
Which one?
It's not in Bukhari or Muslim.
Which one?
You showed it like 25 minutes ago, and you said,
Okay, which one? Tell me what it says. Tell me what the hadith says. Tell me what the hadith says.
I didn't save it, and I haven't memorized.
Okay,
it.
when you find out, come back. Guys, 25 minutes ago you saw me hadith, it's da'if. You Muslims are da'if, Quran is da'if, Muhammad is da'if, Allah is da'if. As you see a dog, he will stop your prophet. And which hadith? I don't know. All of them didn't know. Abdul, if you want to corner somebody, at least tell him you said this hadith. So now you know it's a da'if, but you do not know which hadith. You don't even know what the hadith is saying. That's smart. Every Muslim is a genius. I mean genie. Genius. Genius, huh? Camel urine drinking. When a Muslim, he go to heaven. I will give you a da'if hadith now. When a Muslim, he go to heaven, according to the Prophet of Allah, there's a bazaar for sex, and nothing in this bazaar except images of men and women. This bazaar, it says the effing bazaar. You go in the bazaar, there's nothing but images of men and women, and you start looking, and you are a Muslim gay, and you are horny, and you look at the image of men and women as your Prophet said, and then when you like an image, you F it. Am I lying, Abdul? I don't know, Mr. I don't know. And by the way, according to the hadith, your prophet will give you extra bonus in the heaven. So you open your door, you find in the front of the door, because you were a good boy, a box, a see-through box. Inside the box there is a guy with big penis, and the women with big vagina. You open the box to extend, or you shrink. Isn't it amazing? So beautiful. And then your prophet described, and don't tell me this is da'if, that your wife in heaven, she will be bones. You will see through the mirror of her bones. Look how beautiful, look how sexy. She is sexy and you know it. So now you pray to Allah 5 times a day. You bend over and shaitan play with your anus, as your prophet says, taking hair from your anus. Oops. Ouch. It hurt. Hey Muslims, anyone want to tell us his testimony about shaitan taking hair from your anus 5 times a day? Anyone can tell us a testimony? The Christian, those Muslims, they convert to Christianity, they say the testimony of Jesus coming to them in the dream, in a vision. The Muslim, they will tell you testimony about shaitan taking hair from their anus and playing with their anus. Who is a Muslim want to tell us his testimony about shaitan taking hair from his anus, and who can prove it? Why you Muslims don't have like a slow motion camera capturing your anus when you are praying to Allah to prove that this hadith is true? Like you bend down, shaitan, he come, according to your Prophet Muhammad, he put his feet in your ass and he pulled the hair from your anus, and he will not stop until you fart and you hear it and he smell it. I farted, Alhamdulillah, now I cannot do the prayer. I mean, look at the conspiracy, man. Shaitan is targeting the anus of Muslims. Even your anus is a target. All of you are gays, man. Not even a single one of you, shaitan did not play with his anus, according to your prophet. Even when you go to the bathroom, oh, not again, don't play this video. Even when you go to the bathroom, shaitan, he play with your anus. Your prophet never told a lie. It's proven everything he say is true. It is true. Proven to be scientifically true. And you know, the only religion believe that shaitan is an individual, he F and he fart and he have a penis and he F Muslim women, is Muslims. And when, like, you know, we were playing for you the video of this guy was praying in the front of a Trump, right? Here. Do you know that during the time he was saying Allahu Akbar, shaitan was farting? Let me show you.
When you give the adhan, the shaitan...
Hold on, let me show you the screen. All right, Abdul, go. What happened when you give the adhan, which means the call for prayer?
When you give the adhan, the shaitan, he not only runs, but the hadith says, lahu durat. You know what durat is?
No? Tell us.
Durat is...
Oh boy.
He runs, and as he's running, yeah, his fart comes out. Lahu durat. I'm not making this, the hadith.
Hadith, hadith.
So that shaitan made me do sin? Get up. Yeah, just get up. Just give the adhan. Right? That shaitan, you're gonna make him leak some serious gas. Serious gas. So you know, you go into the toilet, you know, Bismillahi Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith. So Allah protect me from these devils. You go in there with your left foot. The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that. The dua you said, shaitan will not see you.
Became invisible in the bathroom. Remember carefully. You have to say the prayer in Arabic, not in English. Allahumma zannibna as-saytana wa zannib as-saytana ma razaqtana, which means don't let the shaitan make babies from us. It's sexual prayer. Shaitan, he will F the Muslim and he will have a baby. This is what it says. So if you don't enter with the left foot, if you enter with the right foot, you are screwed. If you don't say the prayer, let us say you enter with the left foot, you are not safe yet. Before you enter with the left foot, you have to say the Arabic prayer. When you do that, you will become invisible. Shaitan cannot see you. Otherwise, what shaitan will do to you if you don't say that, listen carefully.
The left foot you went in, you get a reward for that. The dua you said, shaitan will not see you. You're in the toilet, shaitan can't see you anymore. That's in a hadith, right? If you don't say the dua, what happens is the shaitan not only comes inside, but the hadith of Tirmidhi says he plays with your bowels. He plays with your bowels. So you're inside there, you're thinking you're going to be out there in 5 minutes. He's taking you 20 minutes and you're still not halfway there. You know why? Because shaitan is going, ooh, la la.
Shaitan play inside the anus of the Abdul. Every Abdul is being effed by shaitan. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Potato. And you want to tell me Allah is all knowledgeable and Prophet Muhammad is a true prophet? Okay, this is a true story of a true prophet, of a true Muhammad, of a true shaitan. All of this is true. Shaitan, he fork you. He fork you a lot. How many Muslims they enter the bathroom without saying this prayer? Your anus is targeted. Your nose is targeted. Your ears, your mouth. Even shaitan, he round himself around the penis of Muslims when they if their wives. If the Muslim, he forgot to say the prayer before, he have to say the prayer the same as you heard in Arabic. Allahumma jannibna shaytana wa jannib shaytana ma razaqtana. If you don't do that, shaitan will if your wife. And then your baby will be the son of shaitan. And then he will look like Joe Biden. I think I'm going to convert to Islam. It's a perfect religion. And especially when the Prophet of Allah, he says, you command your wife to give her boobs to your neighbor to suck it. I like this tradition. I want to live in Gaza. I'll go to Gaza and I will tell the Gazan women, suckle me. I'm hungry. Oh, honey. No way you are hungry. You're our neighbor. Allah command us to give our tits to you. Yeah, I know. Muhammad Hijab said so. And the Prophet Muhammad says so. So we have to do it. What, Hamza? You want to come to tell me about your Prophet commanding your mother to give her boobs? What do you want to say?
The hadith is metaphorical. It says in the hadith, passing wind. It doesn't say fart. So bring up the hadith instead of showing
it says what? It says what?
Probably,
it says what?
Passing wind. So bring up
Pass
the hadith
him, pass him point?
Hmm?
What passing point mean?
Passing wind. Do you not know what wind means?
Passing wind. You are not,
bring the hadith instead
I was talking about breastfeeding for adult. I was talking about breastfeeding for adult.
It's metaphorical. It's talking about how, like, the disgust and Satan when the adhan.
So the guy in the video was lying.
Well, who's the guy in the video? No one.
He's a sheikh.
Knows him.
He's a sheikh. He's a sheikh. You said to me it's a metaphorical. He said that the shaitan will go inside your butt. Is that metaphorical?
No, the video. I don't know where you got this video from. But
I get it from I get it from Allah. Okay. Can you give us reference that this hadith is metaphorical? Go ahead.
Bring up the hadith. Show
no,
it.
You said to me it's metaphorical. No, give me the reference that this is metaphorical. Go ahead.
Show the hadith. Show the hadith.
I did not. Guys, did I show any hadith? I did not. The sheikh, he said that, not me.
You showed like 50 hadiths, but you can't show this
No
one.
problem. So I'm asking you. Okay, I'm asking you. You said it's a metaphorical. Can you show me one Islamic internet website saying it's a metaphorical?
Bring up the hadith. Bring up the hadith on your.
I don't know this hadith. I don't know. I'm learning it from you. You give me. Either you are lying. Either you are lying. Okay, where you got that this is metaphorical? Hold on. As long you said it's a metaphorical, then you have to give me where you got this from. Guys, isn't it him who claimed that this is metaphorical?
Why do you show us a video when you don't even know the hadith?
I know the hadith. I know the hadith. I know everything. I know your religion.
Okay, bring it up then. Bring the hadith up.
Okay. If I show you the hadith, what you would do?
Just show me the hadith and then we'll talk.
All right. You want to fart? Here we go. You see my screen? Are you there?
Yeah. Zoom out.
All right. This is the hadith. And this is agreed upon. And this is sahih. And now you show me where it says this is metaphorical. Go ahead.
Listen. Firstly, don't say it's just say it's sahih. So because you know your audience don't know what that means. There's levels to sahih. There's levels to authenticity.
So there's level. Guys, the first accused. You do not know the hadith. Okay, now I show you the hadith. The second one, I don't know who this the accused. I do not know who is this sheikh. Okay, and now it is sahih. You remember when you called me, when you came first time, you said to me, da'if, this is da'if. No, it's sahih. It says sahih. So now even sahih, there is level for sahih.
You're going to talk over me.
It says sahih. It says sahih. Listen, this is mentioned everywhere. This is sahih. Look how many times. This is sahih. All of this sahih. And this is even al-Bukhari. Is al-Bukhari da'if?
Okay, zoom out. Yeah, see, it says passage wind. Where did you take? Oh, he's faulting from wind.
So passing wind is not fart?
It's metaphorical. It's talking about how the
It's a metaphorical fart, guys. It's a metaphorical fart. Explain to the audience what metaphorical fart is.
The hadith is metaphorical. If you're going to
listen. Your prophet never said metaphorical. He said he fart. He fart. So he don't hear it. So he fart. So he will not hear the adhan. So it is not metaphorical. You are a liar. Otherwise, give us the proof that this metaphorical.
Clearly metaphorical. Otherwise we would have.
It's a metaphorical farting. Show us the reference. Okay, guys, I show the hadith. I show it. It's in front of you. And this is Al-Bukhari. So first time he said it's da'if. Second, he said, okay, this is sahih, but this is the degree in sahih. I show him the sheikh. He said, I don't know the sheikh. You do not know the hadith. Show me the hadith. I show him the hadith. Now, you show me in the front of everybody. Can you show me one Islamic scholar saying this is a metaphorical farting? May Allah metaphorical your farting Muslims, all of you. Can you show us reference? Or you are a liar?
Well, if you have a mind, it's clearly not literal.
Can you show us reference that this is a metaphorical fart?
There's like tens of thousands of hadiths.
Okay, show me the metaphorical. No, show me this hadith. I'm talking about this hadith. Show me where you got that this is a metaphorical fart of shaitan. Go ahead. Where do you go?
Wait.
Are you living metaphorically? Hello?
I'm arguing with one of your minions.
Hey, come on. You are just an idiot trying to buy time. Get out of here. So I'm waiting for you to give me the reference and arguing with one of your admins. Potato. Let your dad come here. I don't have time for kids. Go far away. You are a shaitan. What a stupid... Even fart is metaphorical in Islam? Everything is metaphorical. You know? You know what? Just to show you how stupid Islam is. If I type the word passwind, just I will copy and put in the search engine. You will die laughing at this stupid religion. They have millions of books about breaking winds. Look. All of this about passing wind. Passing. Fart. Fartino religion. Fartino prophet. Fartoni Allah. Fartoni Quran. Fartoni Rasul. Fartino. Oh, Tony, do you fart, Tony? I farted long time ago, Tony. Okay, Fartino. All of this is about fart? All of this is about fart? Now we know why they call him a prophet of farting. Fart on him. All of this about farting, I just typed past wind. I did not even type the correct word in Arabic. Otherwise, we will find millions more. My room smells so bad. I better stop. My fingers, hurt me from just moving the fart hadith. You know, farting. I mean, you guys, you fart a lot. Religion of farting prophet. Huh? Look how many pages. Look, page number 1, page number 2, page number 3, page number 4, 5, 6. Do you see the pages? All of those is about farting. Look. It says here in the search engine showing 1,978 reference of passing wind.
What's the problem with that? What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, your Bible mentioned penis, so is that a problem with that?
Okay, let's talk about penis. My Bible mention penis. My Bible mention penis. Hold on. My Bible mention. Did your Quran mention penis?
I'm not sure.
You are not sure?
Do you have a reference?
Huh?
You have a reference?
I don't sure. I'm not sure. So you are sure about my Bible, but you not know what is in your book?
Yeah, I know, but your Bible mentions the size of the penis.
What about the size of the penis in Islam? Is it mentioned?
There's nothing in the Quran about the size of penises.
Oh no! You see, I can show you a verse about penis, and I can show you hadith about the size.
Oh, you're going to the hadith. Okay, now is that a problem?
So did your prophet say Allah will give you endless penis in heaven? Yes or no?
Da'if is a weak hadith.
Is da'if?
Yes, da'if.
Is it da'if hadith? Is it da'if penis?
Listen, we know you quote weak hadith, you misrepresent Islam.
Okay, hold on. Listen. How you know it is da'if?
I've read it before.
Can you give it to me?
I'm not gonna do your job. You wanna go check?
No, you have to give me the hadith which is da'if. Give it to me. Either you are a liar. Either you are a liar, or you are telling the truth.
No problem. I'll give you the da'if hadith. First, you tell me.
No. Don't tell me no problem. Give me to me. Give it to me. Give it.
Don't run. Why are you running?
Don't give it. No. Don't go. Don't. You're trying to dodge. My challenge for you. You're trying to dodge my challenge for you.
Why are you running?
Who is running? Okay, guys, he will not show me. I will show you the hadith. Here we go. Where it says it's a da'if, it says you will have an endless palm tree penis.
Why does the Bible talk about
why you are lying? Why you are lying?
The Bible says in Ezekiel chapter 23, it says penis like a donkey and a flow of semen.
Okay, let us talk about this then. So in the Bible, hold on. In the Bible, saying this is a prophet. He is angry from the Israeli, saying to them, "You are following your lust. You are a whore." The same as Aisha, she was accused to sleep around by the Shia and by the Muslim Sunni. So according to what the Bible is saying, that those who they are following their lust, they are following the donkeys. Those are pagan like Muslims. So they are sleeping with them. This is what the verse about. Now you're a prophet. He promised you when you go to heaven, you will not have a penis of a donkey. You will have an endless palm tree penis. Correct or no?
I'm asking you about the Bible. You still didn't
I answered you. The verses you are talking about, this is a prophet condemning them for their behavior. They are sleeping around. They are sleeping with pagan like the Muslims. So they are after donkeys. They are after donkeys. So now you're a prophet. Did he promise you? Shut up. Now you say to me, I lied, and this is da'if hadith. Where it says a da'if hadith?
I'm asking you about the Bible. Let's finish this.
I answered about the Bible. Already I answered. Guy, did I answer?
No, I'm asking why does this
and this is the second hadith. Let me show you more hadith. Let me show you more hadith. Hold on. Let me show you more. Here we go. And this is agreed and upon. And as you see, this is very well-known Islamic website saying this hadith is a very good hadith explaining the heaven of Allah. You will have. Can you read for us? What it says here in the screen?
Listen. We haven't finished with the Bible yet.
I answered already. I answered.
No, I'm asking why do they say penis like a donkey?
Because they are following. I answer you. Okay, let me repeat again. The one who follow his lust is an animal. So they are following the penis of a donkey. They are donkeys. They are people who don't believe in God, and they are marrying from those donkeys. So A Muslim is a donkey. A pagan is a donkey. They kiss a black stone. They drink. Hold on, you Muslim, even you drink donkeys. You drink donkeys' urine. So the one who marry a Muslim, she is having sex with the penis of a donkey. This is what the Bible says is insult to them. But the Bible is not talking about the size of the penis. But you're a prophet. He mentioned the size of your penis. It's in front of you. It says every one of you will have a size of a penis of an endless palm tree. Yes or no?
It's da'if. I told you it's da'if.
Are you chilling? Okay, guys, where in the, can you show me where in the screen it says da'if? Go ahead.
No, I'm talking about, I'll give you the reference.
No, can you show me the screen in front of you where it says da'if?
I'm not saying in front of me. I said I have a reference.
Okay, if you hold on, Mr. Abdul, you have the reference. This is the reference. This is the reference.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'll find the reference.
Can you read for me?
I'll give you a hadith which says it's the da'if.
Okay. Give me. Go ahead.
Okay, then wait. You have to wait. I'm not gonna have it in my pocket. It's gonna take 5 minutes.
Okay, it will take 5 minutes. How come it take me 2 seconds to find it?
You have it already. I'm not.
No, I don't have it already. I just get it right away. It is you who, guys, isn't it him who came surprisingly and he spoke about the size of a donkey penis? It's you. So I'm not prepared for it. I am not prepared for it. So now, is it true or not?
Da'if, I told you. I'll bring you
Mr. Da'if, okay. Show me where it says this is da'if. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, wait 5 minutes.
He left. Allah will give you the penis of an endless penis. And not only that, it says that your wife, her vagina will be so big. It is endless too. Smash Allah penis with your head. Let us use a translation in the front of your eyes. Give me a second. The coward, he ran away. Potato. All right, guys, I will use translation in front of you. And you know, when Muslims, they say da'if, you are just showing us that you Muslims are a bunch of scumbag, lying about your prophet, making things up. And by the way, da'if is accepted. In paradise, Muhammad, he says,
in paradise, one of you will be given a penis like a palm tree, and a garden large enough for that.
The translation is not accurate. It says in Arabic, an-nakhla sahuq, which means you cannot see the end of it. Endless. And a vagina, not a garden, and a vagina fit for that penis. In Ezekiel, talking about the size of a donkey penis. Abdul, you are talking to Christian Prince. I have all the laundry of your prophet, but I could not find his penis because he never had one, and I can prove it. Endless penis, an endless vagina fit for the penis. So imagine your wife, how she will look like. If the vagina is endless, okay, so the penis go inside the women, excuse my language, and now the vagina is endless. That means the women, she have to be endless too. What a stupid cult. So in the Bible is mentioned that to insult the one who goes after their lust. In Islam, it promotes lust. It's all about sex. This is what happened to you when you try to challenge a Christian Prince, Abdul. I smash you. And your penis is so small. I forgot, when he came here, he asked me, what is the size of your penis? Do you want me to show you the hadith about the size of my penis? It's mentioned in your hadith. Spoke about my penis. According to the hadith, my penis was fornicating with Aisha, the wife of the Prophet. And they come with the 3 witnesses. And they said, we saw Christian Prince's penis between her legs going in and out. He said, not enough, you need 4 witnesses. And we have the story of 4 witnesses. They came to the Caliphate Umar and they said to him, we saw this man having sex with this woman. He said to the first one, because Prophet, he said, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a penis guy. He said, to prove fornication, you have to see the penis going in and out the vagina, the same as a pin going in the inkwell. So the Caliphate, he asked the first one, did you see the penis going in and out? He said, yes. In the vagina? He said, yes. Okay, the first witness is good. The second witness, did you see his penis going in and out in the vagina? He said, yes. He asked the third one, did you see the penis going out and in, in the vagina? He said, yes. He asked the third one, the fourth one, did you see the penis going in and out? He said, no. Her feet was around his neck, in his shoulder, and they were shaking like a donkey ears when he ran. The Caliphate, he said, she is innocent. She is innocent. There's no proof. Beat them. 3 guys, they saw the penis of the man going in and out in her vagina, like a pin going in the inkwell. Number 4, he saw her feet around his neck, and they were shaking like an ear of a donkey when he's running. And according to the Muhammadan, there's no proof. This is why the Muslim women are always so innocent and decent, because you need to have 4 witnesses, and they have to see all of them, the penis in and out. So if your wife, she sit in the top of her boyfriend when he is doing boom boom to her, there's no proof, because nobody saw his penis going in and out. Amazing wisdom. So beautiful. A man, he know his wife, she is effing everybody in the neighborhood. In other words, she is the bicycle of the town. And he heard the Prophet saying, if a man, he accused his wife and he could not bring 4 witnesses, seeing the penis going in and out, I will beat him. So the guy, he said, okay, Prophet, so if I see my wife with my friend Abdul being effed by him, should I ask him to keep going until I can bring 4 witnesses? The Prophet of Allah, he said, yes. So you go to the bedroom in your house, you found your decent Muslim women wearing hijab, in the top of her there's a guy doing boom boom to her. What do? You have to go and bring 4 witnesses. And not only that, they have to see the penis. So if your wife wearing a skirt sitting on the top of him, there's nothing. If they are doing it under the blanket, they saw nothing. He moved away. When you open the blanket, nobody saw the penis going in and out. There's no proof, even if they are naked. What an amazing religion. Prophet of Allah, should I print 4 witnesses? Sure, yes, 4 witnesses. They have to see the penis going in and out. Remember. And then he should say to him, brother, can you show us how your penis going inside the wife, please? Because 4 witnesses is not enough if we don't see the penis going in and out. Yes, dig it. Okay, yeah. Now, guys, do you see it? Now we are talking. Now we have proof. This is the religion of God. The Muslim, they accept 2 witnesses for death, for killing. But a Muslim, he cannot prove his wife is cheating, even if he find her in the top of the guy naked, going up and down. This is Islam. I hope all Muslims follow the Prophet Muhammad. 4 witnesses. 4 witnesses. So if they do it in the dark and there's no light, you cannot see it. If they do it inside the bathtub and there is a lot of shampoo, and you enter the bathroom and you have 10 men with you witnessing that, they saw nothing. Remember. So beautiful. Da'if hadith. No, this is sahih. The Quran even. What a stupid religion. What a dummy. I think it's time to go. The virgins are waiting for me. And Allah, He provide us virgin, the kind of a virgin which have like a 1,000 miles. Oh, we have Muhammad Qasim here. Hey Muhammad, did you change your name, Hamza? Let us see Muhammad Qasim.
It's me, it's the same person. So it's da'if because I'll send you the hadith in the chat. I was talking about this hadith, Ibn Majah.
This is da'if hadith too?
The one I sent in the chat about the penis.
The one about the penis is da'if?
Yeah, the one I was talking about is in Ibn Majah.
Okay, all right. No, this is not the one I showed to you. You are talking about this. This is not about the penis, you idiot.
Yeah, it's about the penis. Click on it.
No, it's not about the penis. Where?
Click on the hadith. It's in the chat.
Where? Nowhere is speaking about the penis. It's speaking.
The male.
No, this is not the hadith I showed you. I showed you the hadith about endless penis. You are showing me a hadith about a penis will never go sleep. Correct? Why you are lying?
Okay. Can you tell me how does it disprove Islam by having pleasures in paradise?
This is a pleasure?
Yeah, what's the problem? Tell me
Okay,
what's the problem.
hold on.
How does it disprove?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Here, this hadith you said is da'if, correct?
Which one?
The one you just gave me.
I'm saying the one in Ibn Majah. I thought you were referring to the one in the Ibn Majah.
Okay,
Ibn
hold
Majah
on.
One.
Okay, let me go to the one you gave me. Hold on, different browser. What do you see in the screen now?
Yeah, so you can see da'if there.
All right, this one is da'if, correct?
Yeah.
The hadith about the endless penis is da'if.
This particular hadith is da'if.
I wasn't talking about this one. I showed you about the endless penis and endless vagina.
Okay, I haven't seen that one before.
You have not seen that one before?
Yeah, show me the grading. Which
So you went all the way and you came back. And now, hold on. When you say to me that this hadith is da'if is rejected?
Da'if is not accepted.
It is. Is it? No, it is accepted.
How is it accepted? It means that
This is why it's called da'if. Da'if is not rejected.
da'if is not accepted, obviously.
No, da'if is accepted. Okay. What da'if weak? Okay. What da'if mean? What da'if mean?
I mean, there's an issue with the chain, so there's a weakness.
Okay. Is it rejected?
That means you cannot with certainty say this has come from the.
Now we are talking. You cannot be very certain that it is very authentic, correct?
Stop adding words.
So you cannot be certain. You said you cannot be certain, but in the same time you cannot reject it.
No. Da'if.
All right. Okay. Which part of this hadith is rejected? Which part of this hadith is rejected? All of it?
Unless there's another hadith that is sahih that mentions part of this.
No. I'm asking you, which part of this hadith is rejected? Is it all?
Are you not hearing what I'm saying? I'm saying if part of the narration, if the mutton is found elsewhere.
No. I'm not asking you this. I'm asking, okay, when it says you will marry 72 women, is that rejected or accepted?
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
I'm asking a certain question. Is this his part? Is accepted or rejected?
That will be dependent on if it's found in other sahih narrations.
I am asking you as a Muslim, is your prophet promising you 72 women to F? Is it accepted or rejected?
Wait, well, it doesn't mention F. It mentions to marry.
So
you're adding.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. So you marry them. What do you do with them when you marry women in Islam?
You have you spend time with them. You don't just F them, do you?
Okay. Well, isn't it the Quran? Isn't it the Quran says you will F them?
Listen. Are you reducing women to being F?
Isn't it the Quran saying you will F them?
You'll have intimacy with them. You're gonna marry them.
Ah, so not this is not if in them. No, where in the Quran it says you will have intimacy with them?
You need to be respectful when you speak about this.
Where in the Quran? Okay, hold on. What is the F word in Arabic?
In Arabic, I'm not sure.
You don't know?
I'm not sure, no.
Can you search on the internet and tell me?
That's not how I do my research.
Okay. What do you mean? How you can learn then?
Yeah, you go to the actual sources, the books, and then you can.
I'm asking you then, tell me what the word, you said to me, be respectful, don't say bad word. You're saying that to me. So I'm saying to you, what the F word in Arabic?
Yeah, I haven't checked, so you have to ask Arab, you know, who person.
Okay, I will help you. Is it the word meek?
You're asking me a question. I already said I don't know.
Mr. I don't know. Nice to meet you. You're a prophet. He asked a man, did you F her? Yes or no? Did he say to him, did you sleep with her? No. Did he say to him, did you have intimacy with her? No. He said, did you F her? Yes or no?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
You're switching. You're switching.
No, I'm not switching. I'm not switching. Here we go. This is the hadith. You're a prophet. He said to him, Aniktaha? Did you F her? Read it. قال لا يا رسول الله. قال أنكتها? Did you F her?
Go to the translation.
This is the Arabic.
Why are you hiding translation from people?
Okay, translation saying, did you have sexual intercourse with her?
Okay.
What okay? In Arabic it says, did you F her?
Okay, what's the problem?
A second ago you said, why you are saying the F word? Are you trying to to tempt women to be F'd here? You said that.
No. So I'm saying you're reducing the hur to one thing only. That's the problem.
What their job?
Yeah,
their job in the heaven, they will be F'd only.
No, they're going
okay,
to,
prove it to me. Prove it to me. Is it the Quran says? Okay, does the Quran describe their vagina? Does the Quran? Does the Quran describe? Does the Quran? Okay, there's the Hadith. Forget about the Quran. Does the Hadith describe? Does the Hadith describe their vagina? Yes or no?
Listen. Does it say only that's the purpose?
Did your prophet describe their vagina? Yes or no?
Again, how does that disprove the religion? You haven't demonstrated
that. Okay, why your prophet describing the vagina of the women in heaven?
The Bible describes a penis size, and you don't have a
I told you why. The Bible is condemning people. The Quran
is a son of a word. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Listen,
you're
the Quran, shut up, selfie. You are just
son of a whore.
Son of a whore. You insult people, mothers, we will insult you, potato. So listen, Muhammad. Your prophet here is encouraging men to F. Isn't it your prophet? He says you will F them dahman. What does that mean?
Yeah, there's no problem to have intercourse. What's the problem?
No, not intercourse. He said dahman. What does that mean?
I'm not Arab, so how are you asking me?
Okay, I will make the sound for you. Why?
Your mind is perverted.
Why?
Your mind is perverted.
Why?
Why you make it sound?
Because I'm making this up.
You dirty guy.
I am, guys. He's a prophet. He do that, and now I'm the dirty guy. This is sahih or this is da'if. You will F. You run. You see the coward. You run away. All your religion is about effing. Even the Quran describe the women vagina. Read and laugh. You coward, you run. What kind of a prophet and what kind of God describing for us the vagina? Huh? This is the vagina. Read it. Is that your book? Oh, hold on, guys. You don't see the same page I see. Hold on. Opening. Okay, hold on. Let me show you here. This is your Quran. See the hypocrite? In the Bible is condemning those sexual people who they are following their lust. In your religion, it's all about lust. It's all about effing. You're a prophet, he said to a man, go and bite the penis of your father. You Muslim, you bite penises. This is the language of your prophet. Prove me wrong. And they jump, and they run, and they come back. They are like rabbit. They don't even stand on the stage. They don't dare to stand their place. Stand your ground, potato, because you know you are no match. And the easiest way to run away from the embarrassment, I don't know. So what that will prove? Okay, ask yourself the same question. What that will prove when God, prophet, condemning the behavior of women marrying non-believers, saying to them, you are following your lust, sleeping with donkeys. That prove that God is angry from them. In Islam is the opposite. Mu'min bil yusra. What does that mean? What does that mean? What's your name mean?
I'm gonna have to leave and rejoin. You're gonna have to put me back up here. You're kind of quiet, so.
You have to wipe your vagina? This Muslim, he have to wipe his vagina and come back. I mean, he's a man supposedly, but he have a vagina. Sound like he's more prophet. Okay. What we can say? No problem. Anyway, I'm not going to stay longer, guys. Do we have a good time? Too much vagina will kill you. But what we can say, it's a stinky religion. Excuse me. It is a stinky religion, stinky prophet. Even the hadith says he's stinky. Even the hadith says he was full of lies. So don't expect here, when you come here speaking about Islam, you will hear about holiness. This is not a Bible study, my friend. When the Bible speaks about sexuality, either the Bible is, when it's speaking about man, wife, and husband, speaking about love, not about sex. Is that correct, guys? Men, love your women, not F your women. Love your women. Quran says what? F them. Hadith describe how we will F them. This is their book. The book of the devil. I will try to be back here tomorrow. God is willing. And until I see you tomorrow, I hope more Muslims will leave Islam soon. And I say to the Muslims, your God is Satan, and my God is holy. Prove me wrong. Your God is Satan himself. The Quran is the book of the devil. Not only historic mistakes, scientific mistakes, miracle mistakes, history mistakes, grammar mistakes, Arabic mistakes. I mean, the whole book is a garbage. Even ethic is not exist. So what is left? What is left? Nothing. So I say to you, we are called in the Quran that we are the people of the book. Do you know why? Because even your devil Mohammed could not deny that we are the only one who have a book of God. You Muslim never been called people of the book. Do you know why? Because you never have one. You never have a prophet. You never have God. You have a satanic God. The pagan Arab, they worship Allah, which is a moon god coming from all the way from Iraq. We're very well known satanic God, pagan God. Your God is Baal, your God is sin, your God is Allah, which is two words, A-L and La. Our God is real. And how we know is real? He's the God of ethic. What else? The God of love. What else? The God of forgiveness. In the cross he says, Father, forgive them. On the cross. Not like your prophet was beating people, beating the hell even of Muslims, raping the women of Muslims, taking the wives of Muslims. The hadith says if the prophet eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her so the prophet can F her. What an effing prophet. My God is holy. His name is Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah, the healer, the resurrector, the light, the truth. I am the way and no other way. If you don't follow him, Muslims, you are doomed going to hell following your filthy prophet, the child molester, whose wife used to be fed with the cucumber so she can be sent to him to rape her. What a satanic, disgusting man you have. My Lord, he says, those who hurt the little ones, it's better for them to put a milestone in their neck and throw themselves in the deep ocean. Your prophet, he disobeyed the command of Jesus and he hurt the little ones. Feeding a child a cucumber and date so she can be effed by a 54 years old man, 6 years old child. What a demonic, satanic cult. If your prophet come to you and say Trump, he will put him in jail for the rest of his life. And most likely he will be killed in the first 6 months, because even criminals, they target in jail in America. They target pedophile. Go check it out. The second they hear that you are inside the jail because you are a pedophile, you will not live for long. Criminals will kill you. Your prophet is filthy, and my Lord is holy. God is good, so is Jesus, and in his name we are always victorious. See ya. Amen.